Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing here tonight? What's going on, guys? Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. I hope everybody's having a fantastic night and are excited to get into the live stream where we are going to be discussing here tonight a stock market prediction. I'll tell you guys what I think that the market's going to be doing here in the next couple of months and how I plan on profiting from it. I'm going to share with you guys also on this live stream a stock specifically that I bought here today, and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why I bought that stock today and what I think that stock is going to do and how you guys can benefit and profit from that as well. I want to welcome everybody that's joining me on this live stream. We are streaming live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Welcome, everybody that is brand new. If this is your first time to the channel, first thing you guys are going to want to do here right now is subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell as well. Smash the like button on this video because, guys, I'm constantly going over and conducting live streams where I answer questions live and I share with you guys trade ideas, investment ideas. I share with you guys technical educational concepts. I should also share with you guys mental and psychological educational pieces when it comes to trading stocks, options, both day trading and swing trading. Okay, so welcome everyone that is with me here tonight on this live stream. I see my TTG fam is in full effect. I see a lot of my TTG faithful. What's going on, everybody? I can't even go through how many people we've got joining me here today. My TTG crew, I see we're in full effect. Welcome, everybody. Great day in chat today. We had some huge wins today in chat. A lot of TTG members were nailing out some triple-digit gains today on that trade that we called out. We're going to go over. We're going to recap that trade later on this live stream. I'm excited to talk about it. Congratulations to all of you. A lot of people were profiting 100, 150, 180, 220. We had one person with a 583% gain on a call option today on the trade that we made. I'm going to go over, recap that entire trade. I still think there's a lot more profit to be made on that trade, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly how you can profit from it here going forward, okay? So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about on this live stream. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are pumped. Smash that like button. Let me know you guys are ready to get things started. There's a lot of new faces that are on this live stream right now. Okay, a lot of new faces. I see a lot of people that are typing their way in chat saying what's up. Welcome. Okay, welcome to the family. Welcome to the live stream. So I'm going to start off my live stream. Let me explain. We have a lot of new faces here. Let me give you guys a quick little rundown on kind of who I am and briefly kind of explain to you what TTG is. All right, guys, my name is Michael Edward. I'm the head trader at True Trading Group. True Trading is one of the fastest growing online educational communities for traders that teaches the everyday person how to become a consistent profitable trader trading stocks and options. Okay, I have been trading now for 16 years. I began my career working at a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed about $500 million, and in 2008, I received a Trader of the Year award from the hedge fund. I was one of the youngest people at the hedge fund to have received that award, and also was one of the youngest to become a junior portfolio manager at that hedge fund. Okay. I was not able to touch a dollar of that hedge fund's money until I went through and passed a 3-month educational program. Okay, so when you guys join True Trading Group, you're getting the same education that I received working at a hedge fund. That is what TTG is all about, and that is what there's a lot of people that don't know who I am that are on this live stream, and I want to just give you a quick little rundown and just kind of introduce myself to you guys. Okay, so TTG is a community of traders where it's not just me. We also do have a big slew of other professional traders. Okay, and I also, real quick, guys, I know we have a lot of new faces joining us on this live stream. I want to give a real quick shout out and a big congratulations to some close friends of ours, Mike Majlik, Lana Rhodes, Spencer Taylor, and of course, Logan Paul. Thank you very much, guys, for working with myself, my partner Adam, and the rest of the family at True Trading Group. I love you guys. Thank you so much for working with True Trading Group on this wonderful evening. I'm excited to get into this information. I'm excited to share my education and my information and my expertise with you guys. I know a lot of you have a bunch of questions, and I am excited to kind of dive in and get things started here on this live stream. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about. It's an exciting day. We had some members in chat that made, some serious cash today. And I think there's still a lot more to be made. Again, we're going to be talking about my stock market prediction today. I'm going to explain to you guys what stock I bought today and what I expect that stock to do and how you guys can profit from that same trade concept and that same trade idea. So we have a lot that we're going to be going over. Okay. What I'm going to do here right now, guys, I'm going to start the live stream off the same way that I start off all of my live streams. And that is with a blanket live open session Q&A. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, I want everybody to go right ahead. I'm going to give some time for people to log onto the live stream. We have a lot of new faces that are joining us here today. So I want to give some time for those people to log on before I get into my stock market prediction and then share with you the stock that I bought today. So before we talk about that, guys, I know we have a lot of people in here that are interested on learning how to get involved in the stock market. Some people that are interested on how to start trading. So the floor is yours. Okay, now is your time, guys. I'm going to spend some time, answer some questions, fire away. Anything you want to ask about stocks, about options, about trading in general, the stock market, go ahead, guys, fire away. The floor is yours. It's your world. I'm just living in it right now. Go ahead, guys, fire away. It'll be my pleasure to help answer some of your questions. Daily, it's a lot of questions. Let me try to scroll through and we'll just try to pick a couple. Sebastian Bourbano says, what brokerage do you use, Mike? So Sebastian, I trade with Lightspeed. Okay. I trade with Lightspeed. Lightspeed, in my opinion, is the best, probably gives you the best execution, as far as trade execution. Now, Lightspeed still does have commissions. Okay, it's not free trade commissions on Lightspeed. Lightspeed still does charge commissions. E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, they also those are good brokerage firms as well. The execution's not as good as Lightspeed. They do charge you commissions. The commissions are free on E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab. They do charge commissions on Lightspeed, but you get what you pay for. If you're someone that trades with larger size, then you're going to be more inclined to want to use a firm like Lightspeed because execution to you is very, very important, especially when you're dealing with moments or pockets where there's a little bit less liquidity. If you are someone that's maybe trading on something like a Robinhood, I would really, really prefer that you guys move over to like an E-Trade, a Thinkorswim, a Charles Schwab. They're commission-free trading now as well. So Robinhood, the appeal was that you had no commission. Okay. And you guys can trade as much as you want. A lot of people had small accounts and they can trade without paying commissions. You can do that now on the other, on the main brokerage firms as well. So I do like those better, but I trade with Lightspeed. Sebastian Judy says, how do young guys like me convince our 20th century traditional parents to let us get involved in the trading field? You want me to tell you how you get your parents to let you get involved in the trading field? Go back 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and see what the price of Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Shopify, Square. Go look at what the price of those stocks were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, and then go see what the price of those stocks are today. You want to convince your parents to let you guys get involved in the trading field? Go back, look at what $1,000 would have been 10 years ago, and then calculate what that $1,000 would be today. And that's all you're going to need to do to convince your parents to let you get involved in the trading field. Getting involved in the trading field, getting involved in the stock market at an early age there's no such thing as too soon. There's no such thing as too little money to get started. I don't care if you only have a couple $100. Getting started investing and getting started and getting involved in the stock market, the earlier that you do so, the better. Okay? The earlier that you do so, the better. It's never too early. It's also never too late. Okay. So it's never too early to get started investing, and don't feel like, oh, well, I've only got $1,000 to invest. What am I really going to make? No, do not think that way. That's the wrong mentality. And I'll be happy to go over. I'll do a lot of other live stream sessions, and I answer a lot of other questions with people when we talk about how to get started investing in the stock market. And guys, believe me, it's never too soon. Okay, so if you need to try to convince your parents, that means you're probably under the age of 18, or you can if you can't open your own account, the best thing for you to do is to really convince your parents, or just tell your parents that, hey, mom, dad, look what, if that the money that I made from my graduation, or from my birthday money, or whatever it was, if I invested that money into Apple 15 years ago, look what it would be worth today. And that's all you're going to have to explain to them to get them to let you start getting involved in the stock market. Jesse Liebenbaum says, how much money do you recommend starting with when buying a stock for the first time? Jesse, everybody has their own financial tolerance, their own risk, their own financial situations. Everybody has their own. Okay. So, what might be a lot of money for somebody might be a little money for somebody else. The dollar amount that you get started with when it comes to trading is completely up to you and your financial situation and your risk. Okay. What I would say is, when you're first getting started investing, whatever the dollar amount is that you're going to decide that you're going to start to trade with, you're going to start to invest and buy stocks with, just make sure it's a dollar amount that if you were to lose it, you'd be perfectly okay. So when it comes time to investing into the stock market and trading and buying stocks and trading options, you want to make sure that, okay, it's extra money. It's not, I don't want to say play money, because then that insinuates that you don't really treat it responsibly. But you want to make sure that it is something that if you were to lose that money, you'd be okay. It's not going to change your life. It's not going to affect your life. You'd be perfectly okay. Okay. So whatever that dollar, like I said, now that dollar amount might be different for you than somebody else. Okay. So everyone's number is going to be different. I'd say the absolute minimum, if you guys wanted to get started, I would say would be maybe $500. And then everybody else, it's up to you and your financial risk and tolerance. Matthew Benny says, what's the best platform to trade on for beginners? For beginners, I think, Webull is pretty good. E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, I think those are the best for beginners. I use Lightspeed. I don't recommend Lightspeed for beginners. Okay, Lightspeed is a professional trading platform more so. It's really for professional day traders and for institutions. So when I worked at the hedge fund, we used Lightspeed. So I learned on Lightspeed. When I first started trading, that was my first job out of college. My very first job out of college, I was working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed about $500 million. And they traded through the Lightspeed platform. So I learned on Lightspeed. I'm very familiar. I'm very comfortable with Lightspeed. But they don't have the same type of educational tools and like customer service as you'll get with an E-Trade or a Thinkorswim. Like, you want to focus more on, if you're a beginner, the retail brokerage firms. They're fantastic. Guys, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, their customer service is fantastic. If you don't understand something on their platform, like you just opened up an account tomorrow at E-Trade or Thinkorswim and you're like, hey, I just opened up an account. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm looking at your platform. It's complete foreign language to me right now. Can you help me? They will stay on the phone with you for 2 hours and show you how to use their platform and show you how to use how to place your orders, how to use your chart. Like, they will walk you through how to use your entire platform. So take advantage of that customer service if you are unsure what you are doing. Okay, so I think those are good for beginners. Peace says, how do you feel about airline stocks right now? I do not like them. Okay. How do I feel about airline stocks right now? Here's the thing about airline stocks. Not all the airlines are created equal right now. Some of the airlines that I like the best, okay, out of the airlines, I like Alaska Air, I like Southwest, I like United. They're in much better financial situations than a company like American Airlines. Do not think that just because the airlines, the stocks went down the most during the coronavirus sell-off, don't think that they're the cheapest, so I'm going to go and buy those. Very, 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 very common beginner investing mistake is that beginner investors tend to buy the stocks that go down the most because they think that means they can go back up the most. Wrong. Okay, wrong. When you have a market sell-off, I told everybody that's part of our trading community. I know we have a lot of brand new faces on here. It's your first time joining me on a live stream, but I do these basically every day. And I was live on here in March, and I was banging the table in March telling people that, guys, this is the biggest wealth building opportunity in my lifetime. And I traded through the 08-09 market crash when we had the Great Recession and the housing market crisis. Okay, I was working on Wall Street at a hedge fund during that time. Okay, and I said in March, this is one of the greatest wealth building opportunities of all time. And I told everybody what stocks I was buying. Okay, in March, I was buying Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Nvidia, AMD, Johnson & Johnson, Home Depot. I mean, I was buying all of these stocks as everything was selling. Qualcomm, Disney, Micron, all of these stocks were the stocks that I was buying when the markets were pulling in. And now you fast forward now just a few months, you fast forward 6 months later, okay, and now you're looking at me being up, well, 7 months now you're looking at me being up 100, 150% on those stocks in just 6-7 months time. Okay. But when you look at the other stocks like the cruise lines and the airlines, now those are the stocks that went down the most. Those stocks went down about 75% during that market crash. But you have to understand, and this is for you that are beginner investors or if you're a novice investor, the next time that you have a stock market crash, you want to focus on the strong stocks. Those are the ones that you want to buy during the market crash. You don't want to buy the stock that went down 75%. You want to buy the stock that went down 25 or 30%. Okay. The market as a whole in March went down about 37%. So what you want to do is not say, okay, the market went down 37%. Let me go and buy the stocks that are down 70 because you think they're going to go up more. Wrong mentality. The reason why those stocks are down 75% is because they're the least attractive stocks that professional investors want to own. They were the first stocks that they wanted to sell. So as hedge fund managers, money managers, institutions, mutual fund managers, they said, okay, coronavirus, if we're shutting down the economy, that means no one's going to be traveling. So why am I going to own airlines and cruise lines? Dump them. Okay, dump them. They're the first stocks to go. They're the first stocks everybody wanted to sell. That's why the stocks went down 75%. Now, if you look at today, okay, during that sell-off, Apple only went down about 25%. So the inexperienced investor is going to go, well, I'm going to buy American Airlines at $8. I'm going to buy American Airlines at $8. It's down 75%. It's going to bounce back, right? Well, look at what the airlines have done since that March sell-off. They've done nothing. They've gone completely sideways. I'll show you guys. I'll take you guys to a chart real quick. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm referring to. I'll take you guys to a chart real quick just to kind of show you what I'm referring to. Okay. Here's a chart of the SPY. The SPY is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is your best barometer of the stock market. You have three major indexes. You got the Dow Jones, you got the NASDAQ, you got the S&P 500. The SPY, SPY is the ticker symbol. That's what I'm showing you a chart of right now. That is what gives you kind of a broad base view of the overall market. What you guys will see right here, this was the coronavirus sell-off, okay? That's when the stock market crashed when the coronavirus first started to sweep around the globe, okay? And now what I'm going to do now, let me take you to some of the airlines. Let's go to American Airlines. Now, mind you, look what the stock market has done since then, okay? We've made new all-time highs. That was the previous all-time high before the coronavirus sell-off. We are now above those prior highs. The stock market is actually higher today than it was before coronavirus happened. Okay, but now look at the airline stocks. Let's look at American Airlines. Okay, if you take a look at American Airlines, what you guys will notice here. Oh, sorry, that's Alcoa. If you guys look at the airline sector, you guys will see here's the sell-off in March. There's the sell-off, the coronavirus sell-off. Look at where American Airlines is today. It is exactly where it was during the March sell-off. Well, why is it still where it was during the March sell-off, but yet the stock market went all the way back up to make a new all-time high? Now, if you're an inexperienced investor, okay, if you're an inexperienced investor and you guys see this massive sell-off, okay, and you say, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start to buy American Airlines because the stock is down so much. Okay, the stock is down so much. and you decided to stay away from a stock like Apple. Now let's look at Apple. There's your sell-off in March. It looks like a blip on the radar now, doesn't it? Look at what Apple has done since then. Okay. Netflix. Okay. Netflix. There's your sell-off in March. There's your coronavirus sell-off. That stock made new all-time highs. Okay. Amazon. There's your coronavirus sell-off. Look at what Amazon has done since then. Okay. NVIDIA. NVIDIA, another company I love. There's a sell-off in March. Look at what NVIDIA has done since then. Guys, you're talking about some of these stocks are up 100, 200, 300% in 7 months. But these are not the stocks that went down 75%, okay? The airlines are the ones that went down 75% and they never recovered. There's American Airlines. There's United Airlines, okay? There's Delta Airlines. Here's Royal Caribbean Cruises. Here's Carnival Cruises, okay? What you guys see here is that these stocks have been completely dead in the water, no pun intended on the cruise lines, okay? They've been completely dead in the water while the rest of the stock market has rallied all the way back to all-time highs. And if you were a novice or inexperienced investor at the time, and you said, I'm going to buy, okay, and you said, I'm going to buy the airlines and the cruise lines, then you missed out on buying AMD, NVIDIA, okay, Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Disney, all of these other companies that have since gone on to make new all-time highs. You've missed out on what was the best wealth building opportunity of my lifetime thus far in the stock market. And we in True Trading Group capitalized and jumped all over, and we bought all of those stocks. I share with everybody every time that I add a new stock to my long-term portfolio, I let everybody know in True Trading Group. I let everybody know the stocks that I'm buying. I let everybody know the stocks that I'm selling. And it was just a tremendous opportunity to step in there. Now, there's still a lot more opportunity left. I do think the markets are going to be going much higher within the next 1 to 1.5 years. I think the market's going to experience another bit of a bull run, and I think we're going to continue higher. There's still a lot of opportunity left in the markets over the next couple of years. I'll talk to you guys about that later on this live stream about what's my prediction in the stock market. But I think that there's a lot more opportunity still to come. And that's why you guys really, there's no such thing as it being too early to get involved in the stock market or it being too late. All right, next question. So going back to the airlines, listen, if you want to buy the airline stocks, you can, but understand they're going to underperform for probably the next 2 to 3 years. Okay, the airline stocks will probably underperform. It's going to be dead money for the next 1 to 2 years at least. Okay, you have to look at it this way. When 9/11 happened, the airline stocks got crushed. Everybody was scared to fly. Nobody was traveling. It took 3 years for the airline sector to get back to the same amount of traveling as they did prior to 9/11. Now, enter COVID. This is a little bit of a different situation because yes, people are not flying as much because they're scared to fly, but you also have the realization in the business world that, well, you know what? I don't need to take a business trip to Singapore, to Hong Kong, to London, to Brazil, to back home. I can just do Zoom meetings. You're going to have a lot less business travel, okay? When even after coronavirus is gone, you're going to have a lot less business travel. It's going to take a few years for the airlines to get back to the same amount of travel. And when I mean travel, I mean passengers, tickets, ticket sales, revenue. It's going to take a while for them to get back to where they were pre-COVID. Okay, it's going to take a while for them to get back there. Yes, the stocks will recover within the next couple of years. I think if you guys were to buy United Airlines right now, if you looked at it 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, I think the stocks will be significantly higher than they are today. But that same money could perform better in other places over that same time period is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Samuel Avalo says, how do you start from absolute zero? Ramundo Barrientos says, what should be the first step to get into the world of trading? Okay, so a lot of people here I see are brand new. Leo Leclerc, for a beginner like me, can you tell us what are the basic things we need to look out for to start trading? Okay, so a lot of first timers here today. AG Man, can you teach us how to day trade? What do you look for in a stock when you're buying one? Okay, let me go back up here real quick, guys. Okay, so we have a lot of beginner questions here. It's my absolute pleasure to help answer these questions for you guys. The single most important thing as a beginner, if you guys are just starting out and you want to learn how to get involved in the stock market, you want to learn how to become a trader, and you want to kind of take your own life into your own hands and be able to control your own financial freedom. If you guys are looking to do that, the single most important thing for you to do is to get an education before you start trading. Please, I cannot stress this enough. Okay, think of this example. If you had no idea how to play poker, right? You had no clue how to play poker, but you're like, I want to learn. I've always been interested in poker. It looks really cool. I know some people make it. My friends make a lot of money playing poker. I want to learn how to play poker. If that was the case, you would never say, well, I want to learn, so I'm going to take $10,000 and I'm going to go enter the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas, which is a tournament that has the best poker players in the world in that tournament. Okay, I don't know. I think the buy-in is anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 for the buy, something like that. Okay, now if you wanted to learn how to play poker, would the first thing you do be to go enter that tournament? Of course not. You have no idea what you're doing. The best poker players in the world are going to take your money. So when you decide, I want to start to learn how to trade, I want to start to learn to invest into the stock market, let me take a brokerage account, let me put some money in there, and let me go and I'm going to start dabbling in the stock market. But if you don't know what you're doing, there's no difference than when you guys get into the stock market, you're going up against the best traders in the world. You're going up against professional traders on Wall Street that work at hedge funds. You're going up against traders that have been doing this for longer than you. They're better than you. They're smarter than you. They're faster than you. They have more money than you. You're going up against people that know what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you have no education whatsoever, that can be a very, very, very big mistake. Okay, that's how people end up losing their money because they don't know what they're doing. So if you are a beginner and your question to me is, Mike, I've never done this before. I've never bought a stock. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to learn how. How do I get started? You get started by actually getting a professional education. Okay, so I provide you guys with professional education with your trading group. Listen, when I got hired at the hedge fund, I didn't know how to trade. I got hired right out of college. Okay, it was my very first job at a college. I had no idea what I was doing. They taught me everything that I know today. Everything, I'm humble enough. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught this by professional traders on Wall Street. I was taught, okay? So I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to get that professional education at the very start and the very beginning of my career. Now that has set me up very nicely now where I'm in a position where I never thought was even possible. If you asked me 15 years ago that I'd be where I am today, 15 years ago, I would say, no way. Okay, I'm blessed and I have that education to thank for where I am now today. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no such thing as it's too early to start or it's too late to start because, I got started right out of college. We've got members in True Trading Group that are just getting started and they just retired. Military veterans, we have people that are in their 60s that just retired from the job and they're just getting started now as well. There's no such thing as too early or too late, guys. No such thing. Okay, no such thing as too early or too late to get things started. Okay, but my advice to you is to get a professional education first before you worry about opening up an account, putting money in, trading. Like forget about all that stuff for now. The first thing you want to do is learn first, trade second, profit third, and that is why our slogan is learn, trade, profit, not trade, profit, learn, or profit, trade, learn. Okay, it's learn, trade, profit in that order for that reason. Okay, you're not going to profit without first learning. So my advice to you is to get a professional education first and foremost before you guys do anything else. Ramil Camero says, would you recommend daily trading if you need capital for real estate opportunities? Absolutely, man. That's what I do. That is what I do for a living. All right. That's what I do it every single day. Every single day. Okay. I am actively trading every single day. The True Trading Group community, we are actively trading every single day. Now, that doesn't, okay, you can buy a stock today and you can also sell it today. That's a day trade. You can also swing trade, which is I buy a stock today, maybe I sell it tomorrow, maybe I sell it in a couple of days, maybe I sell it in a week. That's a swing trade. But either way, that's considered active trading. Okay, that is what I do in TTG each and every single day. And I also provide my insight and my analysis and the stocks that I'm adding in my long-term portfolio. So, excuse me, I have my active trading account. Okay, that's with Lightspeed. That's my day trades and my swing trades. Okay, then I have my long-term investment portfolios. My long-term investment portfolios are with JP Morgan Wealth Management and with Fidelity. Okay, if anyone is looking to start and to open a long-term investment portfolio, or you maybe are thinking about opening an IRA, my recommendations to you, okay, now I also bank with JP Morgan. JP Morgan is also one of my favorite banks, okay, so I like JP Morgan. I like JP Morgan's wealth management division, so I do have the bulk of my my long-term portfolio with JP Morgan Wealth Management. But Fidelity and Vanguard are fantastic. Okay, Fidelity and Vanguard are two of the most consistent wealth management firms that I've seen throughout my career. Okay, so I have money with Fidelity. I also have money with JP Morgan Chase. I don't have money with Vanguard, but I've not a single bad thing to say about Vanguard. Vanguard's got some phenomenal products, some really good funds that you guys can invest in. They're very, very, very consistent over the long period of time. So if anyone's looking for a longer term investment firm to help them, Vanguard and Fidelity are fantastic. Austin Tague, when starting out, how should the starting amount be diversified? Maybe using the example of like $500. Okay, so two different things we're talking about. If you guys are talking about, active trading, or if you're talking about long-term investment, okay? Now, if you're talking about long-term investment, okay, and you're starting with $500, you're going to have to be careful with the stocks that you're going to be investing in, because with $500, you can't buy one share of Amazon. Amazon is $3,500 a share. Okay. Tesla is $450 for one share. Okay. So if you're starting out with $500, okay, and you want to invest it long term, my advice to you would be where you could either take that money and then actively trade with it. We have a lot of members in True Trading Group that are actively trading with their small accounts. We've got a member, I just talked to him today, Sean Miller. I always use Sean as an example. Sean, if you were on this live stream, brother, comment and chat real quick, because Sean started with $500 a few months ago. His account's now up to about $6,000 by actively trading that money. Now, for you to take $500 and put it into a long-term investment, for it to get to $6,000, that's going to take you a very long time to achieve that. But Sean Miller, by actively trading, this is day trading and swing trading, we're talking about trading stocks and options as well, you're able to take and leverage that $500 and grow it very quickly. So what I teach our members to do is to take a small amount of capital and earn income with it. Okay, earn income by actively trading it, buying and selling stocks, buying and selling options on a daily basis to earn income on that money. Okay, turn that 500 into 10,000, and then now take 5,000, invest it long term, and then trade with 5,000, turn that 5,000 into 20,000, then take 10,000 of that, invest it long term. Now you're trading with 10,000, so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. That's what I teach all of our teaching members here to do. Okay, that is the strategy that I implement. It's start with a small amount of money, earn income with it trading actively, okay, and then take the money that you've earned and you invest that, rather than taking, if all you had is $500 and you're like, listen, all I've got is $500 right now, but I want to get started in the stock market. If you just take that 500 and you just put it into a mutual fund, that's it. You've got no more money to play with. Your $500 is invested into a mutual fund. You'll earn maybe 8, 9, 10% on the year. Boring. right? But if you can take that $500 and, like Sean, just I'm using Sean as an example, within a few months, turn the 500 into 6,000. We had a trade today in chat, guys. It was an option trade. It was a call option. I'll explain to you guys what all that is later in this live stream. But we had members today that made 140, 150, 200, 300% gains on that one option. Actually, guys, do me a favor. Any of my TTG family members, if you are a member of TTG, okay, and you traded the GameStop call option today, comment what your percentage gain in chat was, okay? In the chat right now, comment your percentage gain, just so the people that were not with us today have an idea of the percentage gain that they can actually achieve in just one day. So if you're starting out with $500, you invested into a mutual fund, you might make 8, 9, or 10% throughout the course of the year. Well, you could have taken that money today, and with the $500 account, you could have made 150% gain today on the one trade that we implemented in chat today. So like I said, earlier in this live stream, I told you guys, I bought a stock today. I'm going to share with you guys what that stock was. I'll tell you guys exactly what I think that stock's going to do. And a lot of our members capitalize on 100, 200% gain today. So this is what I teach our members to do, is to actively trade with a small amount of money, grow that capital, so then you have more money now that you can invest long term. So trade with small money, take your profits, invest the profits in long term, and then go back to your actively trading, grow that money, invest the profits long term, and you build your portfolio that way over the course of time. Okay, so that's what I teach all of our TTG members on how to do. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these percentages. Incredible. Look at this. Snowlob, 125%. Pungza, 144%. Jimmy Benson, 130%. Carrie Green, 110%. James Earl Scones, 110%. While at my day job, 110% gain while he was at work. Incredible. Blake Salter, 85%. Okay. SJME 1118, 206%. My boy, Paul Stom, 78%. Bob Edwards, 48%. Jason Barnhart, my brother, 187% gain. COVID Steve, 52% gain. Mustafa Mashali, 139%. Dennis, 20%. Bullet, 94%. Judy, what's up? Judy Leone, my girl, 128% gain in one day. Suja, 55%. William Robson, I made 260% on my trades today. Parrish Baker, 100%. Alexander Bonovich, 44%. San Chris, 57%. David Cartagena, 120%. Guys, these are the percentage gains. Christina Chong, 95%. Becca Becky, 79%. Rhonda G, 120% gain. Guys, I'm not making these are people that are typing you these gains in chat. These are the percentage gains. Daniel Golly, 235%. That guy, Paul, 150% while he was at work. Megan, 150%. Infinity Entertainment is up 288% year to date. Darshil Patel, 234%. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God. You guys, listen, I can keep on going. Okay, I can keep on going, but that's the point. Okay, that's the point. The point is, take the small amount of money, learn how to trade it actively, grow it into a larger sum that you can then take and then start investing long term. Okay, that's my advice to people that are starting out with a smaller amount of money. Logan John Stone says, I work a normal 6 days a week. I start at 8:30 a.m. I finish at 7:30 p.m. Monday to Saturday. I make steady money, but I have always been interested in trading. Logan, perfect. Okay, perfect. Another very common misconception amongst beginner traders is that they feel like because they work a regular job, that somehow takes them away from being able to capitalizing on the stock market. Not true. There are many different types of trading styles. Some benefit other lifestyles than the other. Now, listen, for me, I can sit in front of my computer all day long and I can actively trade because that's all I'm doing during the day. Okay, I don't have a 9-to-5 job that I need to go and answer the phone and take meetings and answer emails and read reports and all of those things. I don't need to do that. Okay, so a trading style that I might implement during the day may be different than someone else's. But True Trading Group, we have a mobile app. Okay, we have a mobile app so that you can actually follow along with what we're doing and what we're trading, what we're buying and selling on your iPhone or on your Samsung or on your tablet. Okay, so you guys will get real-time push notifications whenever one of us enters or exits a trade. Okay. So most of our TTG members, okay, most of our members have a regular job. What I'm going to do now is if you are a TTG member and you work a regular job, okay, if you have another job, I want you to comment the letter I in chat right now, just to show some of the people that are brand new that you can still benefit from the stock market, learning how to trade, learning how to invest. You can still benefit even while you have a full-time job. Do not think because you can buy a stock today, you can sell it tomorrow, you can sell it in a week. Okay, you can get yourself set up with a long-term investment portfolio. There are many, 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 many ways that you can still benefit from learning how to become an active trader and learning how to get involved in the stock markets. You can benefit from that greatly. Okay, you guys can benefit from that greatly, even though you have a regular 9 to 5. Look, you guys can see all the letter I's that are being commented in chat right now. Those are all TGG members that have full-time jobs, okay, and they're benefiting and they're profiting by trading stocks and options. So don't think that just because you are, don't think just because you're not a member that you work a full-time job that you can't benefit from it. Hector Castillo says, should I dedicate full time to investing or should I have a side job? You should listen. You should have a side job. If you're brand new at this, you should have a side job, okay, to earn income until you get comfortable enough to where you're earning consistent profit and you're earning consistent income from what you're doing trading, okay? But it's not realistic for you just to, okay, I'm going to start trading tomorrow and you're just going to start making boatloads of money. There's a learning process. You have to learn. You have to understand what's going on. There's a learning process, okay? There's a learning process that goes on with this. Okay, so I would say, keep your side job or keep your day job so you can earn that steady income, that you have a safety net. Okay, because if it takes you a couple of months to become consistently profitable, at least you have a safety net that you can fall back on, that you're still earning that income. So don't be too quick to just start trading full time. Make sure that you're consistently profitable for an extended period of time before you guys start to trade full time. Please, can I see your watch? No. I'm a watch guy. I love watches. You want to see? Can I see? Okay, there's my watch. Anybody that wanted to see it, you guys are funny. Let me see. How comfortable do you feel in the market as we get closer? So Dylan Nord, nice question, Dylan. Dylan Nord, how comfortable do you feel in the market as we get closer to election day, and what role does who wins play in the future market? Great question. Okay. Great question. I feel, I don't think that it's going to matter very much as far as the stock market. I don't think it's going to matter very much as far as who wins. Okay. And I'm explaining to you guys why. Okay. Listen, there's pros and cons. And I'm going to say something real quick, guys. Please, please, please refrain from any political comments whatsoever, please, in the chat. Please, guys, respect my wishes here. Please refrain from any political comments. This is not a political channel. This channel is about it's about one thing only, and that is making money. Okay, you guys don't care about my political opinions. I don't care about yours. Keep it non-political. Okay, but I think that the reason why the markets are going to continue to push higher, no matter who wins the election, is because no matter who wins, we're going to get another stimulus package. Another stimulus package is, okay, an aid package where you're going to directly put money into the hands of Americans, directly provide capital and loans to small businesses that are in need of help. So no matter which president wins, you're going to get another stimulus package. And right now, the reason why the markets are at all-time highs is because of the stimulus that we are seeing now. For me to talk about stimulus and global and like a more global, not global, but more of a macroeconomic standpoint, is another live stream for another time. I can talk to you guys about macroeconomics. I can talk to you guys about stimulus. I can talk to you guys about all of that stuff and how that works with the Federal Reserve, monetary stimulus. Okay, there's fiscal stimulus and there's monetary stimulus, two very different things that help different areas. That is a whole nother live stream in itself, and I don't want to, get into too much detail with that because we have a lot of other people that have a lot of other questions. But no matter which candidate wins, we're going to get stimulus, and I think the market will celebrate that stimulus. So that will push the markets higher, and then eventually we will have some type of approved vaccine or therapeutic, and the markets will celebrate that as well, and that will also take the markets to all-time highs. So I'm bullish on the markets in 2021, regardless of if Trump or Biden wins. I'm bullish on regardless whoever it is. Wander, why are you teaching if you're making bank? You guys want to know the answer why I'm teaching if I'm making bank? I'll explain it to you. So why? Why not? Right? Teaching people to trade and to listen, guys. Honestly, um, I'll tell you guys the truth here right now. If it was not for the mentor that I had a mentor and I worked at the hedge fund. Okay. It was also my boss, but I annoyed the ever living crap out of this guy every single day. I was asking him questions. I would follow him in the elevator. I would follow him down to lunch. I would constantly pick his brain. And if it wasn't for the education that I received and the guidance and the mentorship that I received from him, I don't know what direction my life would have went down if I didn't acquire this skill set, because in 2009, my hedge fund closed. Okay. 50% of all hedge funds closed during 08, 09. Now, I don't know if a lot of you might be too young to remember, or maybe you weren't following the stock market at that time, but the stock market crashed about 50 to 55% in 2008, 2009. It was a really, really scary time. It was the housing crisis. And 50% of all the hedge funds on Wall Street closed, including mine. But if I didn't have the skill set that I acquired working at that hedge fund, I don't know what direction my life would have gone down, because I was not able to just easily find another job working at another hedge fund. The entire industry was cut in half. So had I not had that skill set, I don't know what direction my life would have gone down. I really, truly don't. So when I look back at that, I say, wow, this man changed the entire course and the entire direction of my life. Okay. My life could have gone down a completely different path. And when I think of that, that's a very powerful thing to be able to say to yourself that, okay, as a mentor, you changed the entire course of the direction of my life. So when I have members in True Trading Group, we've got members in TTG, guys, that send me messages, that people that have lost their job during coronavirus. We have single mothers with two children that lost their job in March and have not missed a single bill payment because of what they've been able to do, actively trading in the markets. We have people that lost their construction business because of COVID, and they were able to keep keep making ends meet and providing for their family by going through and trading stocks. That's the reason why I do what I do, because when I think about how my mentor changed the entire course and direction of my life, when I now have members that come to me and ask me questions, the reason why I always answer those questions, the reason why I do live streams like this, this isn't just a special occasion, guys. I do this every day. Okay, I do these live streams and Q&As every day because I want to. Okay, and being able to do that, honestly, there's no other feeling like it. There's no other feeling like it. Teaching people to trade, building a strong community, it's an amazing business model also. One that if I make people money and I do well, okay, and I can make people money and then make money off subscriptions, it's not too bad. But the key is making sure that the people support you in the community do well, and they have to come first. Yeah, sure. Like having a website and a community, it's a great business model. But what more would I be able to? What more can I say? Or what else could I possibly imagine being better than doing what guys, listen, I'm passionate as all hell. There's two things I'll never not want to talk about. That's stocks and sports. I'm the guy that literally, I got in trouble before COVID. I was at a wedding, and my fiance was actually got mad at me because I wasn't like on the dance floor having fun. And I was like in the corner talking to two of the groomsmen about stocks. Okay. So sometimes she's like, you got to learn how to stop. And I'm like, I can't, it's my passion. So I absolutely love it, guys. It's my passion. That's why I do what I do. Oh, William Harry. Absolutely. William Harry says, can we make money with your recommendations until I learn? William, absolutely. I tell you guys exactly what I'm buying and what I'm selling every day. Okay. Every day before I do it. So every day, if I'm about to buy a stock, let's say stock ABC, I'm about to buy it. I'm about to buy it at $15. I come on, I tell everybody in True Trading, everybody, guys, I'm buying this stock at 15. Okay. You also, like I said, you can, even if you're not in the chat, you can get the push notification sent to your cell phone. So when I enter the trade, you guys can also log in on your phone. You can enter the trade as well. You can follow my trades. A lot of people follow my trades in the chat, but we also have a lot of people that once they learn how to do this on their own, they find their own trades. They make their own trades. They don't just follow mine, but you absolutely can follow my trades. We have a lot of people in our group that do follow my trades and follow my recommendations while they learn and make money in the meantime. Giancarlo Dagnino, what stock do you recommend to start if I have $500? So if you're asking me for like which one stock that I really love, one of my favorite stocks in my long-term portfolio is AMD. Apple, Mary, David. Ticker symbol AMD. It's one of my favorites. It's probably like the seventh biggest holding of mine. My biggest holdings in my long-term portfolio are Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, and Microsoft. Those are my biggest holdings. The stocks I own the most of are Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Right behind them, 6 and 7, are NVIDIA, that's NVDA, Nancy Victor David Alpha, NVDA, and AMD, Apple Mary David. Absolutely love AMD. I absolutely love NVIDIA as well, but I feel like AMD is a little earlier in its development. NVIDIA is a little bit further, a little bit more advanced, and I feel like AMD. I'll pull up the charts just to give you guys a quick little look at what these stocks have done. Okay, I bought both of these stocks in March. So I bought NVIDIA right there in March. Okay, I bought that stock just under $250 a share. The stock is now at $560. Okay, one of my favorite stocks that I own is this NVIDIA, and then I also have AMD. Okay, now AMD, I bought AMD around like $42 or $43. I bought that there in March, and now you can see today the stock is up at 83. Okay, so I told everybody in Two Trading Group, these are the stocks that I was buying in March. I told everybody when I was buying them. I told them when I bought them. I told them the price I bought them. All right, now AMD, okay, so you guys can see AMD is a little earlier in its development. Okay, AMD is a little earlier in its development. I look at AMD as a baby NVIDIA. When you look at NVIDIA, you look at what NVIDIA has done over the last several years. Guys, you're talking about in 2016, this was a $30 stock. Let me say that again. In 2016, this was a $30 stock. Okay, in 4 years, it's at 560. Okay, then when you go to AMD in 2016, it was a $6 stock. It's now at 83. Now, I think AMD within 1 to 3 years, I think it's a $150 stock. Okay, I think AMD is a $150 stock in 1 to 3 years. It's one of my favorite stocks that I own. If you had to buy one stock, if somebody said, Mike, what's one stock that I should buy? Okay, and you want something that's a little bit cheaper. You don't want like, a Amazon too expensive, Facebook too expensive, Google too expensive. Okay, I love AMD. Robert Sample says, yo, Mike, what up? What do you think of the banks? I think the banks are going to underperform here for a while. I do like the banks. I like them a lot better than I do like the airlines or cruise lines, but I think the banks are going to underperform as well. The low interest rate environment doesn't give them a lot of room on spreads, on interest rates, on loans for them to realize revenue and realize income that way. So what ends up happening is, and this just happened literally just a couple of days ago, the banks reported earnings. Goldman Sachs was up on earnings. Bank of America, Citigroup, all down on earnings. And the reason for that is because Bank of America, JP Morgan, Citigroup, they're more traditional retail consumer banks. So they're going to be the banks that have the credit cards. They're going to be the banks that are giving mortgages out. They're giving loans out to people. And during COVID, you have a lot of people that obviously are not paying the mortgage or not paying their credit cards. So these are bad loans that these banks are holding on their balance sheets. A bank like Goldman Sachs really is not so much as a bank. Okay, when you think of a bank in the sense of like, let me go deposit a check or take out cash from the ATM, Goldman Sachs is more of an investment bank where they're going to be mergers and acquisitions, their trading desk. And the environment that you have right now with the banks is that the banks that are going to perform well now are the banks that are going to have the best trade performance, the best trade desk. Okay, those are the banks that are going to be outperforming. But if you don't have an outstanding trading quarter, we are generating revenue on your trade desk by actively trading in the markets, you're going to underperform because you're not really making money in a lot of the other banking sectors. And that's why companies like Bank of America, Citigroup, okay, they actually went down when they reported earnings, when Goldman Sachs was actually a lot stronger because they don't have the exposure to the consumer banking side like a Bank of America, a Citigroup, okay, like your traditional banks that provide mortgages, credit cards, et cetera. Okay. Nice. Francisco Miko says, guys, I'm loving the stream. It's my first time. It's currently 2:30 a.m. where I live. I'm loving this. Francisco, I don't know where you are, man, but thank you for joining us on this live stream, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's been fun, man. It's my pleasure. We're just getting started too. I got so much more I want to share with you guys. Alexis Myers, excellent question, Alexis. Alexis Meyer says, how do first timers invest in giants like Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google? What advice do you have, i.e., what's the best time? How much should first timers invest? Okay. How do you invest in giants like that? To invest in giants like that individually, you've got to have the cash. Okay, one share of Amazon is going to cost you over $3,000. So you can't say, okay, I've got $500 and I want to buy Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Yes, you have some of these financial programs now where you can buy fractions of a share. So you could buy a fraction of an Amazon share. You could buy a fraction of a Tesla share. Yes, you could. I would say that everybody, if you're going to be a long-term investor, you need to own Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft. You need to own those companies. Okay. You need to own those companies. All right. I'm a little concerned. I like them better than I do Google, Facebook. The reason why I like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft better than I like Google, Facebook is because there's been a lot of talk in Washington about Google, Facebook, antitrust regulations, regulating social media companies. There's been a lot of talks from both sides of the aisle, guys. From both, listen, this is not a partisan issue. I mean, this is both sides of the aisle. There's been a lot of talk on regulating some of those big tech companies like Facebook, Twitter, Google. A lot of talk about that. I'm a little concerned about that. Not that I'm concerned about it. I still own those companies. I own a lot of Google, I own a lot of Facebook, and I have no plans on selling them. But if you said, Mike, listen, like I've got a little bit of money, I want to buy some of these stocks, I would say, okay, well, then I'd rather see you, if you're limited, if you've got the capital, I'd like to see you buy all of them. But if you don't, and you only have a little bit of money, I'd rather see you focus it. Like Apple and Amazon, you have to own those companies. You have to own those companies. Those companies are, I know they're big now. The stocks are expensive, but I think those companies are only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I think the stocks are very expensive right now. I'm not buying any of these stocks right now. If those stocks were to pull back like 10 or 15%, then maybe I'd start to buy more. But I already own a lot of those companies. I think they're expensive right now. What I suggest that you guys do is develop a watch. Listen, guys, real quick. All of you that are looking to get started, let me tell you exactly what I do. And I've done this for the last 12 years. Okay. For the last 12 years, I have not sold one single share in my long-term portfolio. I've not sold one. I've only added every single time the market pulls back 15% or more. I have bought more stock every time. Okay. I have not sold a single share. All right. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to tell you when I am going to start to sell a share for the first time in those 12 years. I'll tell you guys. Okay. But this is what I do. I develop a shopping list of stocks that I love, companies that I love. What are some of the companies that are on that list? Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, AMD, Nvidia. Okay. There's, Square, PayPal, Shopify, okay, Spotify, like all of these companies I love. All right. So you have a shopping list of companies. And what I'll do is I'll wait for those stocks to pull in if they're sitting up at highs. Right now, all those stocks are sitting up as highs. So I'll wait for those stocks to pull in 15% from their highs. Okay. Or I'll wait for the overall market to pull in 15% from highs. Every single time the overall market has pulled in 15% or more from highs, I've gone shopping. So what you can do is you can just pay attention when the market's pulling 15%. Okay. And believe me, the market's pulling 15%. You're going to hear about it on the news. Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, the market's selling off. Oh my God, the world is ending. The world is not ending. Okay. Remember this, no matter how bad the situation may seem, the world's not ending. You buy stocks. Okay. If you look back in the history of time, what has the stock market done since the beginning of time? It's gone up with very brief moments of sell-offs because of panic and fear. All of the sell-offs that you think about, Go back to the Great Depression in the 20s. Okay, that lasted a couple of years, and then the market was at all-time highs a couple of years later. You look at in the 80s, there was the crash and the recession in the 80s. Okay, the market sold off aggressively. We were back at all-time highs within just a couple of years. You look at the dot-com bubble bursting in the year 2000, the market sold off. 4 or 5 years later, we were back to all-time highs. You look at 2008, 2009, the stock market fell by 55%. A couple of years later, 4, 5, 6 years later, we're back to all-time highs. Then you look at March when we sold off 37%. It looked like the world was ending. Oh my God, coronavirus, the whole world's going to end. Well, 6 months later, we're back to all-time highs. No matter how bad things look at the current time, when you have these moments of absolute panic sell-offs, okay, just remember this. That's your opportunity. Where others see bloodshed, you see opportunity. When others are panicking selling, you are buying. You need to have a shopping list of stocks, and when those stocks drop, you need to go in and you need to start to buy those stocks. That is what I did in March. I told everybody in March, I said, guys, this is the biggest wealth building opportunity of my lifetime. I'm going shopping. And in March, that's exactly what I did. I was just buying, and I'm up 150% on a lot of those positions in just 6 months. Okay, so always remember that. Okay, when everybody is talking about on the news, stock market crash, stock market meltdown, oh my God, bear market, stock market crash, that's when you say, I remember Mike talking about this. I need to go look at what Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, AMD, Nvidia, Netflix, Starbucks, McDonald's. I need to go see what all of these stocks are doing. And that's when you start to buy. I have done that every single time the markets have pulled back, okay, over the last 12 years. And I will continue to do that until I'm probably in my 50s. Okay? I will continue to do that until I'm probably in my 50s. Hale 48 says, what courses through professional education do you recommend? My courses, man. Because, guys, I've put together an entire curriculum of courses. It's a simplified version of the courses of the education that I went through when I worked at the hedge fund. Guys, remember, when I worked at the hedge fund, they didn't let me touch a dollar of their money until I completed their educational program. So I have since simplified that education, and I've created the courses that are available on the website. Okay, so before you guys start trading, I highly recommend, we've got beginner courses, we've got advanced courses, we've got trader psychology courses. You guys want to make sure that you go through those courses first, learn before you guys actually start trading. Tyler Horn says, what is your win rate? Right now, collectively in our chat room, our win rate is around 78, 79%. Okay, our win rate right now is about 78 to 79% in our chat room. I usually finish off the year somewhere in that mid-70s range. All right. What do I think about Peloton? Way too expensive for me right now. Way too expensive for me right now. I can't with a straight face recommend Peloton right now. I can't with a straight face recommend Peloton. It's stock's just too expensive, guys. It's like Zoom video. You know, I mean, look at oh my God, Peloton made new all-time highs today again. Yeah, I can't. It's just too expensive right now. I can't buy Peloton after the stock has just done this. I would wait for the stock to pull in. You know, if I'd wait for that stock to pull in more, maybe down towards 100 or 110. There's just no way that I can buy. It's too expensive for me. It's too expensive for me. What do I think about Nicola? Oh God. Nicola is a really high risk play, guys. Nicola is a really high risk play. Let me explain to you why Nicola, Nkla, is a high risk play. Now, Nicola, okay, Nikola is what was supposed to be like the big competitor to Tesla. They're making like the big electric vehicle, like semi trucks and a bunch of other. They're supposed to be like one of the next big electric vehicle companies. But I don't know if you follow Nicola like the way that I do, but there's been reports on Nicola from a bunch of hedge funds that the company's a fraud. Okay, there's reports where people think the company's a fraud. There's an investigation going on actually into the company by the SEC to look into these allegations on if the company is a fraud or not. With something like that going on, I'm staying away from it because, if it does turn out to be a fraud, that stock's gone. Okay, that stock will be gone. You're looking at an 80-90% drop if it turns out that company is a complete fraud. So it's just too high risk of a situation for me. If you want to be involved in another electric vehicle company besides Tesla, NIO is a great one. I like NIO a lot. The stock has recently made a massive move. This is NIO. Okay, NIO in June, this was a $6 stock. This was a $6 stock in June. It's now at $28. That is a 400% gain in just 4 months. Okay, so in just 4 months' time, all right, you guys are looking at that's just insane, from 6 to 28. From 6 to 28. Okay, this is the type of, guys, think about what a gain like that would do for you. Think about if you bought a stock at 6 and now it's at 28 just a few months later. Okay, I would much rather see you own NIO if you guys want to be involved in the electric vehicle market. I think NIO is a better play than NKLA. Now, listen, if the investigation on NKLA comes back that it's not a fraud and the company's legit, then fine. Then I'd be a buyer. But I'm not a buyer right now until there's more clarity on those allegations. I don't want to put my money into something that within the next couple of weeks or next couple of months, the stock can drop from 23 down to 4. I don't want to put myself in that type of situation. I'd rather be in something else that does not have the dark cloud swirling around its name like Nicola does until there's clarity on those allegations. All right. All right. All right, guys. Awesome. Okay, so I think that just about does it for our Q&A session. Okay, I think that just about does it for our Q&A session. All right. I want to get into now some of the other educational topics that I want to discuss with you on this live stream, and that's going to be what's my prediction on the markets. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what I think the markets are going to do in the next couple of months to next year or so. I'll tell you guys what I think the market's going to do. And then I'll tell you guys when I plan on selling in my long-term portfolio and then when I plan on going shopping. We just talked about going shopping. I'm going to explain to you guys what stocks are going to be on my watch list, when I think the market's going to crash next, and then when I'm going to be ready to actually be a buyer. What I want to do, guys, real quick, before we actually get things started, go ahead, guys, give me a shout, give me a follow on Twitter. Okay, my user handle on Twitter is @MikeEdward_TTG. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. Give me a follow on Twitter. I'm always posting really cool stuff on Twitter. I'm posting trade ideas, trade recaps, market commentary, testimonials, motivational content. I'm always posting some cool stuff on Twitter. So you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow there. It's @MikeEdward_TTG. @MikeEdward_TTG. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. Guys, go ahead, give me a follow, give me a shout. Now, before we do get things started, you guys having a good time so far? Is everybody, some of those Q&As, we talked about a lot of stuff so far. That was an hour-long Q&A. Time flies when I'm going through answering all these questions. I hope that was helpful. Listen, if I did not get to some of your questions, which I didn't, there's thousands of questions that are going through in the chat as we're doing this live stream. So I apologize if I did not get to your question. What I will tell you is this. When this live stream is finished, it's going to load onto the YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss the next time I do one of these live streams. I do them almost every day. So if you guys are brand new, it's your first time, you guys are in luck because I do this all the time. So you want to subscribe, turn on the notifications, okay? And when this video posts on the YouTube channel, comment below. If I missed your question, comment below, and I will go back later after this live stream is over, between today, tomorrow, I will go back and I will answer your question if I did not get to it on this live stream. I try to follow the chat. It's just that you guys, the chat's going like this. So I'll try to like, ooh, there's a question. I just try to pick them out. So it's not done intentional. If I didn't answer your question, I do apologize. Comment on the video when we're done here, and I promise I'll get back and I'll answer your questions. Okay? So before we get into what I think the stock market's going to do next, then I'm going to tell you what stock I bought today, why I bought that stock today, and where I think that stock is going. And we're going to talk about how you guys can capitalize on that same trade and make money along with me. Before I get into that, what I want all of you guys to do, again, right here, right now, if you have not done so already, smash that like button, guys. Show me how much you guys appreciate these live streams. Show me how much you appreciate me answering your questions, sharing all this education, information with you guys totally for free. I want to make sure that I can help you guys, on your way to becoming consistently profitable traders. So you guys, if you guys appreciate it, go ahead, smash that like button if you guys have not done so already. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me here tonight. Now, going forward, I want to take a quick, sorry, I just got caught up in another message. Sorry about that. So, like I was saying, okay, going forward, let's talk about why is right now the best time to invest in the stock market. Let me explain to you guys why right now is the best time to invest to get started into the stock market. Okay, I told everybody in March. In March, I told everybody that this is the greatest wealth building opportunity of my lifetime. Let's take advantage of it. Market sold off. We were buying stocks. We ended up rallying. We're up over, we're triple digit percentage on that. Okay. So we talked about that already. Let's talk about right now, what I think is going to happen right now. Let's talk about the macro environment, what's going on. Okay. And I'm not going to get into too much detail about this because this is a little bit more advanced stuff. We can be talking about this stuff for probably several hours. Okay. But what happened with coronavirus? You had this massive sell-off in coronavirus. The economy gets damaged. People lose their jobs. Okay, businesses are going under. But you have stimulus. Okay, let me explain to you guys real quick stimulus and why right now is the best time for you guys to get involved in the stock market and learn how to actively trade and learn how to take advantage of all of this volatility. Guys, this coronavirus stuff created tons of volatility. Now we also have the election coming up. That's going to create more volatility. Volatility is a trader's best friend. Okay, it allows us the opportunity to actually profit from movements and generate income so we can then take that income and then invest it long term. And right now is the best time for you guys to do that because the volatility is tremendous. Okay, so you have really good opportunity to generate income actively trading. And then I think over the next year and a half, we're going to see another really nice push higher. All of these stocks that we just talked about, I think they're all going higher. And I think you have a good opportunity to buy those stocks now and capitalize over the next year and be able to make 20, 30, 50, 60, 70% gains over that same time period by getting involved now before the stocks continue higher next year. And let me explain to you why I think the stocks are going to continue higher next year. And I think it does not matter who wins the election. Let me explain to you guys what I think is going to happen. There's two different types of stimulus. There's monetary stimulus, there's fiscal stimulus. What's the difference? Monetary stimulus is the Federal Reserve. You guys may or may not have heard that, the Federal Reserve. Now, the Federal Reserve is the independent central banking system that their job is to monitor and maintain stability in the financial and banking markets. Okay, that's their job. Their mandate is to be able to control monetary policy, interest rates, and the health of the financial markets. Their mandate, which means that the responsibility is not to take care of the American people. Now, whose job is to take care of the American people? That would be fiscal stimulus. What's fiscal stimulus? That is the stimulus that comes from the government. Okay, so stimulus from the Federal Reserve. What the Federal Reserve has done, this is monetary stimulus, they have lowered interest rates down to zero. Okay, so that means that people have access to capital at extremely low interest rates. That helps spark economic growth and economic development because people can borrow money very, 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 very cheap. Okay, so the Federal Reserve has brought those interest rates all the way down to provide opportunity for people to borrow money very cheap. Okay, they've already done that. They've also provided liquidity into other credit markets and other derivative products that were in danger of kind of going what's considered a junk asset. Okay, what's considered a junk asset. Again, this is more advanced. We can talk about this for probably a whole another hour, but for the sake of the live stream, for the topics I wanted to go over with you tonight, I'm going to kind of just skip over that just a little bit, but just understand that they've provided liquidity and are basically, the Federal Reserve has basically bought, okay, financial vehicles such as loans, okay, credit derivatives that institutional investors no longer wanted to hold. Okay, it's like if I was a bank and I gave Tim Smith a mortgage and Tim Smith could not pay the mortgage and I'm the bank and I hold the mortgage, that mortgage is now worthless to me because Tim can't pay me the money back. So I'm going to want to dump that mortgage onto somebody else. But why would somebody else want to buy it if Tim Smith can't pay the money back? So the Federal Reserve basically stepped in and said, hey, I'll buy Tim Smith's mortgage if you don't want it. So that's the Federal Reserve providing liquidity in the credit markets. That stabilized the credit markets, and then in turn stabilizes the equity markets. Okay, again, this is more advanced stuff. We can talk about this on another live stream. You guys can send me messages on Twitter, send me messages, comment below on the video once it loads up, and we can talk about this and further. You guys can send me messages when we're in chat, and we can talk about this further. Okay, but that's what the Federal Reserve has done. That's their stimulus. Now, their stimulus was the entire reason why, I'll go back to the charts, their stimulus is the entire reason why the market did that, okay? Their stimulus was the entire reason why the market recovered and did that, because they said that we're going to come in and we're going to provide this stability. Now, why did the markets do that, okay? This was the Federal Reserve, okay? That was fiscal stimulus. I'm sorry, monetary stimulus, okay? Now, the markets rallied because we got monetary stimulus, okay? Then the markets rallied here because we were getting, okay, monetary stimulus. Oh my God, fiscal stimulus, okay? Fiscal stimulus, okay? Now, what is fiscal stimulus? Fiscal stimulus is the stimulus that comes from the government, okay? That's what comes from the government. So the government says, okay, guys, we're going to give you the $1,200 stimulus checks. How many of you got $1,200 stimulus checks from the government during the coronavirus issue? How many of you are small business owners and you guys use the PPP program? Okay, so the PPP program, the stimulus checks, that is fiscal stimulus. That is money that's coming direct from, that's aid and help that's coming direct from the government. That's fiscal stimulus. Now, those two things, we have right now the highest amount, the greatest number of stimulus that we have ever had in history. We have never, ever, at any moment in time, has there been more stimulus pumped into our economy and into our markets than there is right now. Never. This is the single greatest amount of stimulus that we have ever seen. This is part of the reason why right now is the best time for you guys to get involved in the markets, okay? Because all of that stimulus is pushing stocks higher, okay? Now, later down the road, that can become problematic. But right now, we're going to ride that train and we're going to capitalize on the markets. And that's how that we've already been able to make triple-digit gains in just 5 or 6 months. It's because of all of that stimulus. Now, after the election, I expect volatility within the next month. Reason why I expect volatility within the next month, going into the election, the markets are going to be volatile. Okay. After the election, there's a chance that on November 4th, we still don't know who's the president. That's going to create volatility. So I expect some good volatility in the very near term. Good volatility is good for us because it means we can benefit from that price action and we can actually generate income from all of that movement. Good for us as active traders. Perfect. But after the election, we are going to get another round of stimulus from the government. Now, it's just a matter of how much. Is it going to be 1.4 trillion, 1.8 trillion, 2.4 trillion, or 2.6 trillion? Now, the number, well, that's going to be dependent on who controls the Senate and who controls the White House. Is it a Democrat-controlled Senate, Democrat-controlled White House, Republican, whatever. Whoever it's going to be, that's going to determine the dollar amount. But regardless of the dollar amount, whether it's 1.8 trillion or 2.6 trillion, that is still more stimulus than you have ever seen come into the markets and our economy ever. that stimulus is going to continue to push stocks higher. We will see, this is my prediction, this is my opinion, we will see stocks make new all-time highs, okay, next year. Possibly even by the end of this year. You might even see new all-time highs this year. You might see it. You might see it this year. And that's going to be because of the extra stimulus. Now, let's move forward to now next year. Next year, you're still going to have the tailwind, that's the stimulus. You're still going to have the tailwind, that's the stimulus. But what else are you going to have now? You're going to have a vaccine or a therapeutic. Eventually, we'll have an approved vaccine and an approved therapeutic, and the markets are going to celebrate that. That's going to push markets even higher. And once we can finally say coronavirus is behind us, it's in the rearview mirror, and we're not worried about getting sick, we're not worried about traveling, we're not worried about, getting together in groups, we're not worried about, lockdowns, we're not worried about any of these things anymore. And that will happen. Okay, there will come the point when it's behind us. Okay, there will come a point when it's behind us and it's not, front and center anymore. And once we have a vaccine and a therapeutic, that will be the case. The markets are going to celebrate that. The market's going to continue to push to new all-time highs next year. This is, again, my opinion. Okay, after we have the stimulus and then after we have the vaccine and therapeutic. Okay, now that means that we have about another year and a half at least of a runway to new highs. Okay, we've got a nice runway to new highs. So that's why I'm telling you that since we have right now the largest amount of stimulus that we have ever had, that's why right now is the greatest time for you guys to start getting involved in the markets. This is one of the best opportunities for you guys to get involved. I said this in March, the last time that I came on a live stream, and I said, guys, right now is the greatest opportunity for you to get involved in the markets. The last time I said that was March. Need I remind you what the stock market has done ever since March? Okay, that is the last time that I came on a live stream like I'm doing right now, and I said that right now is the best time for you to get involved in the markets. Okay. And I think we're going to see another continued move higher later this year and then into next year. Okay. Now, let me explain to you guys when I'm going to actually start selling in my long-term portfolio. I'm going to start selling in my long-term portfolio. Okay. When inflation starts to become an issue. Now, we're going to get into a little bit more of some advanced economics right now. All of this stimulus, it's fantastic now, right? It's fantastic now. Eventually, once coronavirus is behind us and demand comes back into the economy, I think that all this stimulus coupled with increased demand when the economy opens back up is going to start to lead to inflation. Now, inflation right now is very low. It's like 1.6%. Okay, well below the 2% benchmark that the Federal Reserve tries to stick to. This stimulus will eventually push the markets, push inflation over 2%. Now, that bodes well for gold. I am very bullish on gold, okay? I think that gold, within the next 2 to 3 years, it can get to $2,500, possibly even $3,000 an ounce, okay? I'm very bullish on gold. I think gold is a tremendous long-term investment. It's an excellent hedge against inflation and against a potential pullback in markets down the road. Because when inflation gets over 2%, the Federal Reserve, we just talked about a few minutes ago, the Federal Reserve has interest rates at 0 right now, okay? They have interest rates at 0, okay? That's an inflationary environment. That means that could spark inflation. Now, add on top of the 0 interest rates, add on top of that all of this stimulus, that's an extra inflationary environment. Then once the demand kicks back on, because you can't have inflation without demand in the economy. So when you have 0 interest rates, okay, all of trillions of dollars in stimulus, adding to the money supply, and increased demand in the economy, that's when you get inflation. Now, once inflation starts to move higher, the Federal Reserve needs to act to stop inflation from running too rampant. You don't want inflation to run too high. Then all of a sudden you go to the store and you want to buy a carton of milk, it costs you $12. You want to buy a loaf of bread, it costs you $20. That's inflation. That's no good. Okay. So the Federal Reserve will have to step in, and a way that the Federal Reserve can combat that is by raising interest rates. Now, we've got interest rates down at zero. We've had interest rates down at zero for basically the last 10 years. Okay. Now, when they finally start to raise those interest rates, that is going to be a problem. Okay. That's when I think the market experiences its next big sell-off. Now, I think that's going to happen maybe not in the next year, year and a half. I think that's maybe like a 2022 into 2023 type of scenario. Okay. That's when I think we get the next big sell-off in the markets. Now, what are you going to want to do when that happens? The market's going to be selling off when that happens. You're going to see on the news, you're going to see in the newspapers, oh my God, the world is ending, the stock market's crashing, bloodbath on Wall Street. You're going to see all those headlines. Every one of your friends at your dinner parties, on the golf course, at work, they're all going to be like, oh my God, my 401k, what do I do? What do I do? And you're going to say, I remember that guy, Michael Edward, was telling me that this was going to happen. Where's my shopping list? Because at that moment, that is when you are going to want to say, where's Apple? Where's Amazon? Where's Google? Where's Facebook? Where's AMD? Where's NVIDIA? Where are all of these companies? And then when the markets do sell off, and I think the markets, when this happens, I think the market's going to sell off probably about at least 25%. I think we're going to get at least a 25% pullback in the markets. That is when you need to step in. That is when you need to be a buyer. And within 2, 3 to 5 years after that, we're going to go right back up to where we came from. And you are going to be sitting there nice and pretty while all your friends were panicking. You were taking advantage of the opportunity because now you know better. You're not following the herd. You've heard this term before. You maybe heard the term smart money. Have you ever heard the term smart money? So people refer to smart money as Wall Street, institutions, financial professionals, okay? Smart money, because when that happened in March, the smart money was buying, okay? Smart money was buying, all right? Now, when all your friends are panicking like they panicked in March, and all your friends are going to be panicking in a couple of years when the markets crash again, when all your friends are going to be panicking, you're going to be part of the smart money. And you are going to generate a tremendous amount of wealth for yourself by being able to take advantage of that opportunity. Again, guys, this is all my opinion. This is what I think the markets are going to do. And I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to be doing when that happens. Be ready for it. Know better now. Have the education. Get involved now. Take advantage of the move higher. Be able to capitalize on the sell-off down lower when the time comes. Okay? Don't let another opportunity like we just had in March pass you by again. Be able to take advantage, learn, be ready and prepared for that moment. Okay? Because I know I will. I know my TGD family will. We're going to be ready to jump all over it. Okay? So now let me just have a quick sip of water because my throat is on fire. Woo. You guys having fun? I am. All right. Now let's talk about the stock that I bought today. I bought a stock today. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Now, this is the same stock. This is the same stock that a bunch of our members today made 100, 150, 160% gains on options. Now, if you don't understand options, oh, that's awesome. Jacob Harrison says, not one single live stream that I've attended has left me without learning vital info. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be joining soon after this. I had no idea it was $3. Who would? Awesome. Jacob Harrison, that's my goal, guys. Guys, my goal in every single one of these live streams, okay, real quick, my goal in every single one of these live streams is for you to learn something each and every single time. If we finish a live stream and you do not feel like you have learned something that you did not know prior, then I feel like I have failed. So my goal is to make sure that every single one of these streams, you become a better and more informed trader at the end. That's my goal. That's why if you guys are brand new, it's your first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so that every time I do one of these, you don't miss it. Because I always give you guys golden nuggets on here. Okay, it's all free. All the information I share with you guys on the YouTube channel, it's all free. Okay, so you guys you want to make sure you never miss out on these live streams. So again, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and of course, turn on the notification bell. All right, now, moving on to the stock that I bought today. GME. Okay, GME. Now, there's some background behind this. Okay, GME. This is GameStop. Okay, a lot of you may know GameStop as a company. GME is the ticker symbol that I trades under. Okay, I bought this stock today at $13.05. I have sold 25% of my position at $14.34. Okay, let me just take you guys. This is the chart of today's price action. Now, we have a lot of brand new people in here. Okay, this is your basic stock chart. Each one of these candles represents 3 minutes of price action. Okay, each one of these candles on the bottom represents how many shares were traded during that same time frame. If this chart looks foreign to you, do not worry. Okay, yes, it looks intimidating. Do not worry. You will learn this, okay, in all of the courses. And by getting started with TTG, you guys will learn all of this. Do not worry. You're going to learn this like the back of your hands, I promise you. Okay, I bought GME today right there. Right there is where I bought GME today. Okay, I bought it right there. Okay, we had this massive rally later in the day, and I took a piece of profit off the table right there at $14.34. So again, there's my entry, okay, at $13.05, and there I sold 25% of my position. Okay, I sold 25% of my position at that point right there. Okay, now let me explain to you guys why I bought this stock. I still own it. I still own it from $13.05. Let me explain to you why I bought this stock, and then let me explain to you what I think it's going to do next. GameStop is extremely heavily shorted. What does that mean? For those of you that are new, when a stock is shorted, that means people are betting against the company. Usually, when you buy a stock, if you buy a stock, you're going to make money if the stock goes up. If you short the stock, you're going to make money if the stock goes down. Okay? When you short a stock, what you're basically doing, this is the best way that I can explain this. If you came to me and said, Mike, I think the value of your watch is going to go down. Can I borrow it? And I'm like, all right, yeah, Joe, sure. Take my watch. Okay, borrow it. Take it. And then you take my watch and you find somebody that's willing to buy it. And you say, here's the watch. And you charge that person X amount of dollars for the watch. Okay, let's say you go, okay, here, buy this watch for $100,000. Take it. Okay, and you just sold that person my watch. Okay, you sold it to them for $100,000. Now you have $100,000, but you still owe me a watch. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go and you're going to try to find somebody else that has this watch that wants to sell it. And if you can buy this watch from somebody else for $90,000, you can give me my watch back and you just pocketed $10,000. That's how short selling works. So if you think a stock's going to go down, you borrow shares from your broker and you sell them. So if the stock is, let's say, if the stock's at $20 and you think it's going lower, you can borrow shares, sell them to someone at $20, but you still owe your broker those shares. So when the stock drops to 15, you buy the shares back and you return them to your broker, and you made the difference because you just sold them at 20 and bought them at 15. So you made $5 a share. That's how shorting works. Okay. Now, when you short a stock, the key here is you have to eventually buy it back because you owe those shares to your broker. Okay. You owe those shares to your broker. Now, let's go back to my watch example. Let's say you just sold my watch to somebody for $100,000. A couple days go by, and I hear that the price of my watch is now $105,000. Then it's $110,000. Then I just find out somebody in New York City just bought that watch for $120,000. Then I find out somebody in London just paid $150,000. Now this means the price of my watch is going up. So I'm going to call you and I'm going to say, yo, Tim, that watch that I let you borrow, I want it back now. And you're going to say, oh shit, where am I going to get this? I got to get Mike his watch back. What am I going to do? You're going to have to go and buy me that watch for whatever the current price is that you can find. And if that means that you buy the watch for $150,000 because that's the price of the watch right now, you just lost $50,000 because you sold it for $100,000, you bought it back for $150,000. You just lost. That's called short covering. So when someone shorts the stock, they have to eventually buy those shares back and return those shares to the broker. So when a lot of people all start to sell shares of the stock, thinking it's going to go down, but it actually starts to go up, they all have to buy the shares back in order to return them to the broker. That is what happens. And then what happens after that is you get a short squeeze. Okay, it's called a short squeeze for those of you that are new. That's when you can get a stock just makes a parabolic move and just flies to the moon. Short squeezes are the most powerful moves in the market. Okay, stocks can just take off and explode. GME has a massive short position on it. There are a lot of institutions and hedge funds that are betting against GameStop's business model. So they are short millions of shares, millions and millions of shares that they sold that they're going to have to buy back if the price of the stock keeps moving higher. And if the price of the stock keeps moving higher and they also have to start to buy those shares back, that's going to then push the price of the stock even higher. Okay? That's how you get the short squeeze. GameStop just recently, the other day, announced an agreement with Microsoft. Okay? They announced an agreement with Microsoft. Okay? They announced an agreement with Microsoft on this day. That's why the stock had this huge move higher. Now, what's happening here, what I think, is that we may get a short squeeze. All of those people that have bet against GameStop, now that they've done a partnership with Microsoft, may not want to bet against the company anymore. They might think the stock is going to now go higher. So if they start covering their short position, that is when I think that you may get a short squeeze in GME. Okay, that's when I think you might get a short squeeze in GME. Now, let me explain to you guys real quick some levels that I see on the chart. Okay, you have a major resistance level here at 15. Okay, you have a major resistance level here at 15. A resistance level, for those of you that are new, is a price area where there are more sellers than there are buyers, and the stock has a difficult time getting above that price. Okay, so you have a resistance level right now at 15. As you guys can see, as I zoom this in, you'll see, look, there, the stock could not get through 15, and there, the stock could not get through 15. So this is called a double top. Okay, this is called a double top. And that's what you have forming here right now on GameStop, okay? There's also another chart pattern forming here on GameStop that now I'm going to go down to a 15-minute chart. This is a daily chart, which means each one of these candles represents 1 day worth of price action. I'm going to go now to a 15-minute chart and show you now each one of these candles represents 15 minutes of price action. And what I want to show you is a pattern that is known as a cup and handle. Now, this is referred to as a cup and handle because, as you can see, it's the obvious. This looks like a cup, okay? You see how this looks like a cup formation? Looks like a coffee cup. Like those you can pour some coffee in here, pick it up, and take a sip, okay? So you have this cup formation. Now all we need is the handle to form, okay? Now, the handle will be literally what it sounds like, okay? It'll be what it sounds like. The handle on a coffee mug. Okay, so you have the coffee mug, right? And then the handle. So I'm looking for the stock over the next couple of days to consolidate in the $13 to $15 range. Okay, I'm looking for the stock to trade inside of this range. Now, this is where we get into how can you benefit from this trade that I am in. I own the stock at $13.05. I've already sold 25% of my position at $14.34 for a really nice profit. And I'm still in it. I think we might get more because if we get a short squeeze, okay, if we get a short squeeze, this stock could go to 17. It could even go to 20. And if you buy the stock at 13 and you sell it at 20, that's a real nice gain. Okay, that's a real nice gain. All right. So what you're going to want to look for now in the next couple of days is GME to trade in between $13 and $15. Preferably, I'd like, if you guys were looking to get long, $13.25, $13.50. That's a great area to start to buy the stock. If the stock gets below $12.50, I would exit the position. Okay, if the stock gets below $12.50, I would exit that position so you can buy it around $13.25, $13.50. If it gets below $12.50, exit the trade. And you look, if it gets over 15, then I think we get the short squeeze that I was talking to you about. I think the stock goes to $16.50 and then 20. Okay, my next targets on this, let me explain to you guys where I'm selling the stock next. Okay, again, I bought the stock at $13.05. I sold it at $14.34. Where are my next areas I'm going to be selling the stock? The next area I'm selling the stock is going to be right here around $16.75, which is another area of resistance. Okay. Again, this is an area of resistance because what you will notice here, and I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit more clearly, is that for several months, in fact, an entire year, you see how the stock could not get above this $17 level. You guys see how right here in early 2018, we could not get back above. August and September, we could not get above. And then again in December and January, we could not get back above. So this is an area of resistance. So if we get over $15, I think the stock's going to go right to 17. And I'm going to sell at that point 50% of my position. I'm going to sell it in front of 17. So around 1650 to 1675, that's going to be where I'm going to sell the bulk of my position. And then what last and not least, my last area that I'll be looking for the stock to get to is going to be around $20. Okay, $20 will be my final take profit. And again, that is an area of resistance from back here. And then you'll see before that, it was actually an area of support. Now, support is a price area where there's more buyers than sellers and the stock cannot get below that level. Okay. Now, typically when support levels get broken to the downside, they become resistance. Okay. That's what you will notice here. It was support. It was broken. Then it became resistance and the stock sold off. Okay. Then the stock sold off. All right. So this is what I'm looking at, guys, on this GameStop. Okay. So again, I am long from 1305. All right. I'm long from 1305. I think that you can buy the stock around 1325 to 1350 while we form the handle of that cup and handle pattern. And if we break through 15, if this stock gets over 15, I think it's gone. I think it's gone. Okay. If we can over 15, I think it's gone. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions about specifically the GME GameStop trade that I just shared with you? Does anybody have any questions about it? Because now is the time. Louis Washington says, Mike, are you going to add back in the 13s? Because I already took some profit off the table. Are you going to add back? Louis, I might. It depends on how it looks. There's a chance that I might add back. Okay. EAC says this is a psychological game. Absolutely. You are 100% correct. That trading is 80% mental. And that is why I actually have in the curriculum an entire course on trader psychology, where you have a trader psychology part 1, a trader psychology part 2 that teaches you guys the mentality and the psychology aspect of trading. Not a lot of people talk about that. Rollo Martinez says, what do you mean by gone? What I mean by gone is I think that if the stock gets over 15, I think it's going higher. I think it's going to go higher quickly. Matt Brown says, what do you think about call options versus buying the stock? I love call options, okay? I own the stock itself because, I have the capital to buy the stock and capitalize on the movement, but a lot of TTG members bought call options in this today. When I bought the stock at 1305, a lot of members bought call options today, okay? Again, if you're a TTG member and you bought call options today on GME, I want you guys to comment the percentage gain you guys capitalized on today in chat. Go ahead, comment your percentage gains right now, guys, on that GME trade. So you can definitely go with the call option. Okay, you can definitely go with the call option. I give yourself at least like the 1 or 2 weeks out. I've got to check the option chain to see what the expiration and strike price are that's available. And I can certainly tell you guys tomorrow. What the option is that I would go after. I don't remember off the top of my head what the option chain was. Okay, but you guys can absolutely go after the call option if you don't want to buy the stock itself. Absolutely nothing wrong with going after and buying the call option. Okay, that's what our members did today. Most of our members today bought call options instead of buying the stock, and they were making 100, 200% gains on that option today. Okay, so that option was moving all over the place today. It was a huge win for everybody in chat. I took profit. Members in chat took profit, but I still do think if I'm right and this stock gets over 15 in the next couple of days, I think it's going to go way higher, and that's why I'm still in the trade. Okay. Took some profit. Nobody ever went broke taking profit. Remember that saying, okay? But if it gets over 15, I think there's a lot more room to the upside. Wesley Neighbors says, what's a call option? Okay, guys, so without getting too deep into it, call options are just another way that you can capitalize on price movement. A call option basically gives you the right to buy a stock at a specific price on a specific day. So if you buy a call option that has let's say you buy a $15 call option, a $15 strike call option, that means that you own the right to buy the stock at $15 by the expiration date. Okay. So if you own, there's 2 different pieces of information. There's the strike price and the expiration date that you need to know. The strike price is the price that you're saying you'll be willing to buy the stock at. The expiration is you'll be willing to buy the stock at that price at that time. Okay. So let's say you bought a $15 strike call option that expires on October 30th. Okay. That means that you will be able to buy the stock at 15 on October 30th. So if it's a contract that gives you the right to do that. So if the stock goes over 15, before October 30th, the value of that contract goes up a lot, because on October 30th, you have the right to buy the stock at 15. Even if the stock, let's say by October 30th, is at $19, that option contract gives you the right to buy the stock at 15. So other people are going to want to buy that contract from you. And the more the stock goes up, the more valuable that contract is going to be worth. You might be able to buy that contract today for 30 cents. But if the stock goes to $20 before October 30th, you can sell that contract, okay, for like $6. Do the math. If you buy something at 30 cents and you sell it at $6, okay, this is the power of options trading. This is how people with even small accounts can generate large amounts of profits by trading options. You saw the comments of all the people in chat that were saying, look at all the percentage. I made 100%, 120, 140, 200% gains. That's because of an option contract. Okay. Now, don't worry if you're not familiar with options. I have an entire section in my curriculum that talks about options. There's a beginner options section, and there's also an advanced options section. So if this sounds a little confusing to you right now, guys, believe me, don't worry. When you guys go through the courses, you are going to learn this stuff like the back of your hand. My TGD members that are in chat right now, how helpful and easy to understand are the courses? If you're a member in TTG, I want you to comment in the chat, how easy is it to understand the courses that are on the website? You guys tell the people that are a little nervous because they're like, oh man, this all sounds so foreign to me. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I want you guys to comment in chat and let people know how easy it is to understand all this information once you go through the courses that are available on our website. All right. Awesome. Now that we got that, okay, there you guys are seeing all of the comments there in chat. So like I said, if you're not a TGD member and you guys are seeing people comment there in chat, it gives you a really good idea of how easy it is to understand and how much you guys are going to learn by going through all of the courses. Okay. They're very easy to understand. I've simplified all of the information that I learned at the hedge fund, and that's what you guys get access to as a member of True Trading Group. That's what the courses are that you guys can get access to. Okay. Now, real quick, show of hands. If you learned something new, okay, if you learned something on this live stream and some of this information was helpful, we're not done yet, guys, but if you learned something, I want you guys to all smash that like button right now. I know many of you have already done so. If you have not done so yet, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Turn on that notification bell. Make sure you guys never miss out on another one of these live streams ever again. We have a lot of new time faces that are in here with us today. Make sure you guys never miss out on these streams. Subscribe to that channel. Okay, turn on that notification bell. Smash that like button. Now, I want to do a quick little roll call. I almost want to like take attendance. Okay. If you are not, because you have a lot of new faces in here, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, okay, I know a lot of my members are here, okay, my TGD fam, we are strong, we're in full effect, I love all of you, okay, you guys are the best, you guys are literally why I do this every single day, I love you guys, okay, my TGD fam is in full effect on this live stream, you guys are the best. Now, but if you are not a TTG member, okay, if you're not a TTG member, I want you guys to type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you're not a member, type TTG in chat right now. I want to see how many people that are on this live stream that are not members of the True Trading Group community. Eric Graham, my man, says the TGD courses are priceless for a new trader. Even the beginner ones can look at it. Oh, wow. Look at all the new, look at this. Oh, I can't even keep up. So many. Look at this. My goodness. We've got a lot of non-TTG members here tonight. Welcome, 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 all of you. Oh, thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. This is great. I love it. I love new faces. I love traders that are willing and eager to learn. Nothing gets me going more. I love it. I'm so excited. The chat just lit up on fire. I said, guys, if you're not a member of TGD, type in chat. And it was literally, I was like, oh my God. A lot of new faces, guys. Welcome. Seriously, welcome. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Welcome to the live stream. I'm super stoked to have you guys joining me here today. Now, if you are a member of our TTG3 trial program, we have a 7-day trial program. Okay, we have a 7-day trial where you guys can actually join our community for 7 days and give it a try, give it a little bit of a test, give it a test drive. You guys wouldn't test drive, you guys wouldn't buy a car without giving it a test drive first, right? So we have a 7-day trial program. If you are a member of our 7-day trial, I want you guys to go ahead right now and type the number 3 in chat right now. If you are a member of the trial, type the number 3. I just want to take a little quick attendance. I want to see who's here, who's from the group, who's not from the group. I want to see who's part of the trial program. Guys, go ahead and type the number 3 if you're part of our trial. All right, Terry Nall, part of the trial. Nice. EAC, Michael Teague, Mo Sani, Jeff Mattern, River Rowe, Susie Laurie, Maggie Garrettson, Samuel Avalo, Reliable Homes, Quilot, Gary Snacks, Carrie Bratton, Adan Garza, Roxy Westinghouse, Rodney Benjamin. Beautiful. Yep, Reliable Homes, Canadian chapter. Nice. Good, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great. So we have a lot of members here that are non-members. We got a lot of people here that are part of the TGD trial program. Excellent. Okay. What I want to do here right now, I got a lot of people when I just asked about the TGD trial program, a lot of people were asking, what's that? What's that? What's that? Okay. So real quick, guys, before I keep going, we get into the next things that I want to discuss with you guys. Okay. It's important for me to kind of note here again, when it comes to TTG and when it comes to True Trading Group, I need you guys to understand, okay, about when you guys join True Trading Group, you guys are getting access to a professional education. Okay. Again, I started my career working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. All right. That is where I learned how to trade. I went through a 3-month educational program that taught me everything that it is that I know and I implement today. If you've been with me on this live stream for the last 2 hours and you're like, wow, man, how does this guy know all this stuff? I know all this stuff because I was taught this by people with far more experience that were a lot smarter than me, that were a lot more successful than me, that worked on Wall Street professionally. They taught me everything that I just shared with you. Okay. When you guys join True Trading Group, you are getting access to a simplified version of that same information that I learned when I worked on Wall Street. Okay. You are also getting access to a community of traders that truly cares about each other's success. You guys see I'm on these live streams. You see how many teaching members are on these live streams with me. Okay. You see how many people that are on my live streams here with me. That's my team. That's my fam. Okay. So what I want to tell you guys now real quick, we have a 7-day trial. I just told you guys about the 7-day trial. Okay. We just commented about it. All right. It is a 7-day trial for a one-time payment of just $3. Okay. For a one-time payment of $3, it's not reoccurring. It is literally less than a cup of coffee. You are going to get access to our platform for 7 days to see our member dashboard and be able to join me in my chat room live, okay, for 3 days so you can trade with me live and follow along with the stocks that I'm buying and the stocks that I'm selling. You also get access to 3 courses with multiple chapters in each course that are guaranteed to help make you a better trader and get you guys started on your way. And if you are already an experienced trader, there's information in those courses that can help take your trading to the next level. If you've never traded stock before a day in your life, these courses can help jumpstart your career. Okay. These are courses that I put together specifically for that THD3 trial program. Okay. You'll also be able to get access to our live news feed and be able to get access to our due diligence stock profile tool, which is where you guys can actually type in any ticker symbol that you're interested in. Let's say you want to get started investing, you want to get started trading, you're interested in Tesla, you're interested in Apple, you're interested in Roku, you're interested in AMD. Okay, and you can type in that ticker symbol in our stock profile tool, get a downloadable PDF report that's going to give you guys access to all financial company stock information on that company, as well as get all the analyst ratings for that stock. How many analysts have a buy, hold, or sell rating on that stock? You can get access to all this information included in your trial that can help you make your trading and investment decisions. Okay, all of that you get for a one-time payment of just $3 by going to ttgthree.com. The URL is right there at the bottom of your screen. Go to ttgthree.com. It's just $3. Okay, it's just $3. 7 days. It's less than a cup of coffee, guys. Less than a cup of coffee to potentially get you guys started, get yourselves into the stock market, okay, for less than a cup of coffee and get access to a professional education. Okay, so again, guys, one-time payment, just $3. Okay, now there's a lot of other people, okay, that were on this live stream that asked me, and I can see your comments when we were talking about TTG members. How do I join? How do I join? How do I join? Let me explain to you guys what is included with your TTG membership when you do decide to join us full time. Okay, because we actually are running a special right now with a coupon code tonight that can actually get you guys a 41% discount on a membership. Okay, but let me explain to you what you get access to as a member of True Trading Group. Okay, you guys can come into our daily chat room every single day from 7:30 a.m. Eastern until 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where I share my screen with you throughout the trading day. You will see in our chat room my computer screen. You will see exactly what I'm doing. You will see exactly what I'm buying, what I'm selling. I'm also live on the microphone talking to you just like I'm talking to you now. I'm on the microphone telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm doing, what I'm buying, what I'm selling. I tell you everything that I'm doing before I actually do it. Okay, so I come on the microphone and I tell you, guys, I'm getting ready to buy this stock. I'm going to buy this stock at this price. I'm going to sell it at this price. I tell you what I'm going to do before I actually do it. No surprises. Okay, I tell you guys what I'm doing before I actually do it. Our chat room is also not just me. I have other TGD moderators and pro traders that are in that chat with me that are also calling out trades, that are answering questions, that are giving you their analysis. They're on the microphone as well, telling you what they're seeing and what they're doing. As a group, all of the moderators collectively together are currently sporting about a 78, 79% win rate in the chat room. Okay, so when we are calling out trades, we are right 78 to 79% of the time right now in our chat room. You get access to that as a member of TTG, but it's not just about the chat room, because when you join, you are getting access to my entire curriculum, a 15-course curriculum that is a simplified version of the information that I learned working at a hedge fund on Wall Street. You get access to 15 courses, multiple chapters in each course, beginner stock trading. You've never traded stock a day in your life. Our beginner foundation courses will start you off from day one and walk you through and hold your hand throughout the entire process. We also have advanced stock trading courses. If you're an experienced trader, you want to take your trading to the next level, that course is for you. We've got beginner and intro to options, advanced options, trader psychologies, part 1 and 2, swing trading courses. Again, swing trading is when you buy a stock today, you sell it tomorrow or the day after. Okay. All right. That's swing trading. We also have a course that even tells you guys how to trade during a market crash. Remember what I talked about in March? It was the greatest wealth building opportunity of my lifetime. That was March. That's trading during a stock market crash. I have an entire course that teaches you how to trade during a stock market crash. Heck, we even have a course that teaches you guys how to do your taxes as a trader. Okay. When you're dealing with capital gains and such. Okay, all of that is included in your membership. There's no special VIP packages. You pay one price, you get access to everything. All of that curriculum is included in your membership. You're also going to get access to all of our resources and tools. Okay, we have a trade simulator where you guys can actually practice trading with fake money, with real-time data. Okay, and practice trading stocks and options on our simulator. I recommend, if you are a beginner or you're struggling, okay, or you're a beginner, I recommend you go on the simulator and practice implementing what you learn in the courses, practice implementing that in the simulator. Okay, I highly, highly recommend that. We also have a stock screener. You ever wonder, like, how do I know what stock to buy? Like, there's so many stocks. How do I know which one to buy? Our stock screener will filter through thousands of stocks and show you, based on certain criteria, what are the hottest stocks on the day, what are the best stocks for you to be getting involved in that'll give you the best chance and the best opportunity to profit from. That is included. I already told you about the stock profile tool where you can do all that due diligence and get that downloadable PDF report, see what are all the analysts saying about this stock, how many have a buy, how many have a hold, how many have a sell. That's included in your membership. In addition to that, over 75 hours of workshops and webinars are included with your membership. This is extra additional educational content and information in addition to all of the curriculum, because myself, the other moderators, we conduct workshops and webinars every single month on various topics. Those workshops are recorded and they're posted on the website for you to go back and review them later. You can also, as a member, join us on those workshops and webinars full-time. Live, When you're a full-time member, you can join us live. You can interact with me, other members, ask questions in those workshops and webinars live. And get this, everyone that signs up here tonight with the coupon code TGD1020 also gets access to and included a free one-on-one mentor session with any one of our TTG moderators. That is a one-on-one mentor session to talk about you and you alone, to help you get set up trading, help answer questions, help identify what's wrong, make you better, get you help set up with your long-term portfolio, talk about some investment ideas, whatever you guys want to discuss. You are included a 1 hour one-on-one mentor session included with your membership when you guys use coupon code TGG1020. Okay. All of future courses and tools and resources are also included. If we come out with a brand new course next month, you don't get charged extra. It's included. It's like the Netflix of trading communities. Okay, when Netflix comes out with a new documentary, they don't charge you an extra $20 to watch the documentary. It's included in your membership. Same thing with us. Okay, we also have a TradingView Pro charting software that is included for free in your membership with real-time data from Quote Media. We also have a live Benzinga newsfeed that gives you guys breaking news alerts in our chat room live as they come out, so you always know what's going on in the markets and why stocks are moving. You get breaking news alerts right in our chat room live through our Benzinga newsfeed. Now, all of the things I just said to you, okay, normally a 1-year membership that includes everything I just said to you, normally will cost you $2,048 for the year. However, tonight with coupon code TTG1020, it gets you a 41% discount that brings the price all the way down to only $1,207 for the entire year. That gets you access to everything that I just explained to you. Let me give you an idea of the value of what you're getting for $1,207. Never mind the education and the courses, because I can't put a price tag on those courses and education, because if it wasn't for those courses and that education, I would not be where I am today in my life. So for me, that education is invaluable. Completely changed the financial course of my life. No questions about it. Without that education, I would not be where I am today. So I can't put a value on the education and the courses that you're getting access to. Same information I learned working at a hedge fund. Okay, but what I can put a value on are the resources and tools that are included for free with your membership, like our Benzinga Pro newsfeed. Our newsfeed that gives you breaking news alerts in our chat room live. If you went to Benzinga and paid for that service on your own, that's going to cost you $1,188 for the year. You get it free when you join True Trading Group. If you went and you bought a real-time streaming level 1 and level 2 service from a third-party service provider, that's going to cost you $990 for the year. It's included for free with your membership. If you went and bought a stock simulator so you can practice trading with fake money, that's going to cost you $750 for the year. That's included with your membership for free. If you guys went and bought the TradingView Pro charting software, you went to TradingView on your own and you said, hey, TradingView, I want to buy your Pro charting software. How much is it going to cost me? They're going to say, well, that's going to cost you $720 for the year. With us, it's included for free. That's $3,648 worth of value in resources and tools that are guaranteed to help make you a better trader, that are included for free with your membership. And I'm telling you guys right now that with that coupon code at the bottom of your screen, it gets you a 41% discount on top of all of that extra value that's included for free with your membership. We also have a ton of awesome stuff going on in the month of October. On October 18th, Sunday, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., Jason, the Wolf of Weed Street Spatafora, who is the leading financial voice in the cannabis sector. A lot of you come to me asking me about advice when it comes to stocks, okay? A lot of you asked me questions today about my advice on stocks and how to get started in the stock market. When I want to ask someone for advice about marijuana stocks and cannabis stocks, Jason Spatafora is the man that I go to, that I ask for my advice. I ask for his advice to help me make my investment decisions in cannabis stocks. If you are interested in the cannabis sector, on October 18th, Sunday, from 5 to 7 p.m., he is hosting a cannabis workshop going over and discussing his favorite cannabis stocks that he's investing in for the long term. What are his favorite stocks that he's buying right now? He's been featured in Forbes. He's been featured in Men's Journal. Okay, he is the leading voice when it comes to the cannabis sector, and he's doing a workshop on Sunday from 5 to 7. Okay, so for those of you that are interested in the cannabis sector, you guys want to make sure you join us for that workshop, okay? It's for TTG members only. You guys have to use that coupon code, join us full time, to get access to that workshop. Also, if you are interested in advanced options trading strategies, Chris Toner is one of the other moderators in chat. He's been trading options for over 20 years. He is hosting an advanced options workshop on October 22nd that all TTG members are invited to. Guys, these workshops, the cannabis workshop, the options trading, are free, included for our TTG members. There are no additional fees. If you are a member, you automatically can join us for these workshops and webinars. Everything is included for free. Get this, I'm not done. You know what else we're doing in the month of October? We are raffling off a Tesla Model 3. Yes, I'm not kidding. We are raffling off a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash if you don't want the Tesla. All you need to be is a member of True Trading Group. Okay, you just have to be a member of True Trading Group. Every time we get 300 new subscribers, we raffle off a Tesla Model 3. We're about 65% of the way there. So I expect within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be giving away a Tesla Model 3 to one of my TTG members. Cannot wait. In addition, every single Friday in the month of October, it's free laptop giveaways. We are raffling off 5 laptops, 5 Asus laptops every Friday to our TTG members, okay? Every single Friday in chat, we're giving away those laptops, 5 every Friday for the month of October. And then last but not least, on October 30th, we're doing a Halloween username contest. All of the members in True Trading Group in our chat room on October 30th are changing their username to something that is Halloween and trading related. And Adam and myself, Adam is my partner, co-founder with me on True Trading Group, we are going to select the 10 usernames that we like best. And we're then going to have our members vote on their favorite username. First place prize is going to get $3,000. Second place prize is getting $1,500. Third place prize is getting $500. So we're giving away $5,000 worth of prizes on our Halloween username contest. You've probably heard of costume contests. You've probably even been in some with some costumes you're probably not proud of today, but we're going to be giving away the $5,000 in prizes on our username contest at the end of the month. Guys, all of this is included with your membership when you join with coupon code TTG1020. All of it. Everything I just said to you is included. If you guys also, in addition to everything that I just told you, that's included, right? In addition to all of that, if I said to you guys, you can get access to all these resources and tools, $3,600 worth of value included for free. Chance to win a Tesla, chance to win 30 grand, chance to win 3 grand on the username contest, chance to win a Tesla, opportunity to get the same education I received working at a hedge fund. Ask yourself this, how much would you pay to go into New York City tomorrow and for the next 3 months, sit in their offices while their top performing traders come in every day and they teach you how to trade? How much would you pay for that? Because this is what you guys are getting access to when you join TTG, because everything I just told you about, you can get it right now for $1,207. On top of that, 80% of the TTG members, this is the difference that a professional education makes. 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back within the first 6 months of their membership. That means that if you invested $1,207 in yourself right now, got the same education I received working at a hedge fund, traded with me live in chat every day, followed my trades, learned how to make your own trades, okay, and got a chance to win all of those cool stuff that we just talked about, you would have an 80% chance within the first 6 months to make up to $10,000 if you invest $1,207 in yourself. If we went to Las Vegas tomorrow and I said there's an 80% chance that Black 26 is going to come out on the roulette wheel, would you put your money on Black 26 if you had an 80% chance that that number was going to hit? Who wouldn't take that bet? There's not a single place in the casino that's going to get you anywhere near those percentage odds. But you can do that right now. In fact, 30% of the 80% are making that back in 30 days. These are stats that we have got by surveying our members in TTG Live. Okay? All you guys have to do is use coupon code TTG1020. The coupon code is right there at the bottom of your screen to get a 41% discount before the price actually goes up tomorrow. Every 24-hour period in the month of October, the price of that membership, today it's $12.07, tomorrow it's going to be more. Every day, 24-hour period, the price of that membership ticks up a couple of bucks for the entire month of October. Okay, so you guys want to make sure that you act now and take advantage of that coupon code before it's too late. All right. Anybody have any questions about memberships? Anybody have any questions about what you guys get access to as a member? Okay, Mosani has a question. Mosani, shoot, fire away. What's your question? Yes, Jacob Harrison, you can call us anytime, brother. You can call us anytime. I don't want it. Diego Reyes, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's for you. That's for you. I don't want it. That's for you. Extreme Gamer says, Michael Edwards is a SPY double top still in play. Yes. How much is ROI of each trade minimum? Mo, that's not the way it works. Every trade is going to be different. One trade might be a 10% gain. Another trade might be a 100% gain. Every trade is going to be different, brother. What I can tell you is that our accuracy percentage right now is about 78, 79%. Okay? So if we make 10 trades, about 8 of them are profitable trades. About 2 of them will be losing trades. Yep, Jacob Harrison, man. No problem. Guys, if you have questions, guys, you can call us. You can email us, info@truetradinggroup.com. You guys can give us a call. If you guys want to talk to us first, you guys absolutely can. EAC, yes. Yes, Clarence Tom, we have multiple courses on options. Clarence Tom says, will there be option courses with the membership? Yes. Clarence Tom, you get access to all of our courses when you guys join. We have beginner options, which will teach you basic calls and puts. And then we have advanced options, which will teach you straddles, strangles, debit spreads, credit spreads, iron condors. So we have beginner and advanced option courses. Mike, is that based on the size of account? Stockinator is what based on the size of the account? The percentage will be irrelevant on the size of your account. Whether you have $1,000 in your account or $1 million in your account, if your win rate is 78, 79%, that means that when you're making a trade, 78, 79% of the time, it's a profitable trade, regardless of if you have $1,000 or $1 million in your account. Allie Blue says, what about staff? Will it go up? No, I don't think so. Nice. Michael Ogliori just joined. Can't wait to see you in the AM. Michael, I look forward to it, man. Michael, shoot me. You can DM me in chat. Shoot me a message tomorrow. Say what's up. Let me know you're from the live stream. Nice. Marcos just joined last night. Marcos, welcome to the family, baby. Welcome to the family. How should you start? Go through. How should you start? Go through. Start with the courses. I mean, I don't know what your experience level is. If you're already an experienced trader, then you can go right to the advanced courses. But if you're a brand new trader or you're a novice and inexperienced, start with those beginner courses, work your way through all the courses, spend time in chat, ask questions. Okay? It's the only way that you guys are going to learn. Guys, don't ever feel like you can't ask questions. One of the main things in True Trading Group is that we answer everybody's question. There is no such thing as a stupid question. I hate when people say to me, Mike, this might be a stupid question, but no such thing. There's no such thing as a stupid question. If you have a question, believe me, somebody else has that question. And guys, I've been doing this for 16 years now. I also had a day one. And I had someone that I went to that I can ask questions to that answered my questions. And if it wasn't for that person to answer my questions, I wouldn't be where I am today. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We have members in True Trading Group today that have never traded a stock a day in their life. And we have members that have been doing this for 20, 30 years. We have licensed financial professionals. We have stockbrokers that work at Morgan Stanley. We've got an asset money manager that manages private wealth for 50 individuals. That guy actually lives in Australia. We've got professional financial advisors that live in Canada. I mean, we've got professionals all the way to people that have never traded a stock a day in their lives. Ooh, Eric, good question. Eric says, how much is the renewal? Eric, get this. When you guys join, if you sign up right now for $1,207 for the whole year, you are locked in at that price. So next year, when it comes time for your membership to renew, let's say our membership is $2,200 for the year. Let's say next year it's $2,200. You are only going to have to pay $1,207 to renew your membership. The price you pay is the price that you pay for life when it comes time for your membership to renew. And rest assured, I can assure you guys that next year our membership is going to be a lot more than $1,207. Tim, what software are you using to show us the charts there? Tim, that's TC2000. Now, TC2000 is a charting software. You can also use it as a brokerage firm because they do offer brokerage services through Interactive Brokers. But I trade with Lightspeed. Lightspeed is my broker. TC2000 is just the charting software. Tricia, I do not do Forex and crypto trading. No. I trade stocks, options. I don't trade crypto and Forex. No. Miguel Martez says, are the beginner and advanced option courses separate or is it all part of one package? Guys, let me say this again. All of our courses are included with your membership. There are no upsells in True Trading Group ever. You pay one price, you get access to everything. You get access to all of our courses, all our beginner courses, all our advanced courses, all our stock trading courses, all our option trading courses, all our trader psychology courses, every single piece of educational content, every single resource, every single tool, every single workshop, webinar, it is all included with your membership. There are no upsells ever. Okay, there are no upsells ever. Samuel Avalo says, does the 7-day trial have beginner courses? Yes. Again, for those of you that are interested in this 7-day trial, okay, if you're interested in this 7-day trial, okay, go to ttgthree.com. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial, but you are under no obligation to do so. Okay? So you can go, you wouldn't listen, you guys wouldn't buy a car without test driving it, right? You wouldn't hire a nanny without interviewing them, right? So if you guys want to try us out for 7 days first, you can go to ttgthree.com. Okay, it's just one-time payment of $3. All right. Now, it's important for me to note the Tesla giveaway, the laptop giveaway, the username contest, the cannabis stock workshop, the advanced options workshop. If you're a trial member, you do not have access and are not included in any of those events. Those events are for full-time TTG members only. But if you want to join us on the 7-day trial, try us out, you love it, you want to upgrade to a full membership, okay? You want to upgrade to the full membership, then you guys will have access to all of those things that I just mentioned. Fakria Hamidi says, do we need to buy any specific software? You don't need any specific software. You do need, if you're brand new and you've never traded before, okay, you don't need anything besides your membership. Because if you've never traded before, you'll be able to use a charting software. You'll be able to use our simulator. You're going to have real-time data. You're going to have a stock screener. You're going to have a breaking news service. You'll be able to use all of that included in your membership. Okay. And then when it comes time for you to start to trade with real money, then you're just going to have to open up a brokerage firm at E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers. One of those brokerage firms, you just have to open up an account and then use that software. But other than that, if you're brand new, Fakira, if you're brand new, all you got to do is join and everything you need is included on your member dashboard with your membership. Clarence Tom, we probably have about 2,500. Probably have about 2,500 active members right now. Probably have about 2,500 members. Yes. Roxy Westinghouse says, is there really level 2 access? Yes. Roxy Westinghouse, okay. We have real-time level 2 included in your membership. Guys, again, let me explain to you guys. I'll say this again. What you guys get access to as a full-time member of True Trading Group. Let me explain to you guys again one more time. You are getting access to all of the courses included for free with your membership. Access to our daily trading chat room. Access to our mobile app that you can download on iPhone, Android. That way you can follow along and with what's going on, even if you're not able to be in front of your computer. If you're at work, you can still follow along with what I'm buying and what I'm selling because you get real-time push notifications sent on through our mobile app. You get that. That's included for free, including your membership. You guys get access to our Benzinga news feed included. You guys get access to our trade simulator, practice trading with fake money included. Our stock screener, filter through thousands of stocks to figure out what are the best stocks for you to be trading right now, included. 75 hours of workshops and webinars, included. Live access to future workshops and webinars, included. One-on-one mentorship session with a pro trader, included. Access to real-time level 1 and level 2, included. You get access to all of this as a member of TTG. Normally, it costs $2,048 for the year. But tonight, with the coupon code TTG1020 right there at the bottom of your screen, you'll get a 41% discount that brings that price all the way down to $1,207. And next year, when it comes time for your membership to renew, if you want to renew your membership, which I'm sure you will, I'm confident that you will because the education that you're going to be receiving, and don't forget, 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in 6 months. So if you're going to invest $1,200 in yourself and you're going to make back $10,000 within 6 months, why would you not renew your membership? That's why I'm so confident you're going to want to renew your membership. It's that statistic right there. If you took 1,200 and turned it into 10 grand, why would you not renew your membership? And the key aspect here right now is if the price you pay today is the price you'll pay when you renew. So let's say next year our membership is 2,200. You will still only pay 1,207, the price that you pay tonight. All right. Reynard Pettigrew says, at what point do full-time members get the one-on-one session with the pro? Whenever you're ready. Okay. The moderators that you guys can choose from are myself, Jason Spadafora, Jay Downing, Chris Toner, Jason Simmons. Okay. Those are our 5 moderators that are in chat. You can schedule a one-on-one mentor session with either 5 of us, not all 5, one of the 5. One session is included. And whenever you're ready, you can schedule it within your first week. You can schedule it in 10 months. Whenever you are ready to schedule your one-on-one session, you contact our customer support, which is a fantastic woman named Elena. You guys are going to love her. You tell her, hey, Elena, I'm ready for my one-on-one. I want to do it with Jason Simmons. I want to do it with Mike. I want to do it with, the Wolf. I want to do it with whoever, whatever moderator you want to do it with. And she'll go through the schedule and she'll say, okay, how about this day, this time? And then you schedule your one-on-one. It's whenever you guys are ready. Okay. It's obviously what's available. You can't just say, hey, I want to do it on Saturday at 10 a.m. No. Okay. There's certain time slots. Elena will tell you what slots are available and you guys work it out with your schedule and then you schedule your one-on-one. Okay. Again, that's included for anyone that signs up tonight with coupon code TeachD1020. You will get included a free 1-hour one-on-one mentor session with one of our moderators. Okay. Now put a value on that. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. All right. All right, guys. All right, gang. So I think that Samuel Avalo, if you're getting an error message when you're trying to sign up for the trial, send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. Brandon Ortiz says, is this discount just today? Brandon, today, right now, you actually have 1 hour left because at midnight, the price goes up a couple bucks. Every 24-hour period in the month of October, the price of the membership, the discount, so the discount is going to be less every 24-hour period, which means the price is going to go up every 24-hour period by a couple bucks. So if you want to pay $1,207, that price is only available with this coupon code until midnight tonight. You have 58 minutes to pay $1,207. Okay. Now, tomorrow, you can still use coupon code TTG1020. You're just not going to be able to pay $1,207. The price is going to go up by a couple of bucks. And every 24-hour period in the month of October, the price ticks up by a couple bucks. Okay, so you guys if you want to lock in that 1207 price, use coupon code THD1020 right now. River Rose says, okay, I got $2,000 in my Robinhood account. If I want to join a membership, how do I transfer my funds? Okay, River Rose, if you want to transfer those funds out of Robinhood, you just have to contact whatever bank you want to transfer the funds into. Let's say if you're opening up an E-Trade account, you contact E-Trade, you say, hey, E-Trade, I've got $2,000 in a Robinhood account. I want to open an account with you and bring that money over. E-Trade will help you conduct the paperwork and they'll work with Robinhood to transfer those funds over. Nice. Ethan says, as soon as this is over, I'm signing up. Ethan, I will see you tomorrow in chat, brother. I will see you tomorrow in chat. Michael says, what time does your stream start tomorrow? Every single day, Monday through Friday, okay, our chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. It closes at around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right. All right, guys. So that's it. That does it here for our live stream. I had a blast. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys learned something. More importantly, we had a lot of new members joining us here tonight on this live stream. If you guys have not done so, okay, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I am constantly giving out free educational information on this live stream. I'm constantly answering all of your questions. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, make sure you guys never miss out on another one of these live streams ever again, and get your butts in chat tomorrow. Take advantage, lock in that price, $12.07. Get access to everything that I said to you guys on this live stream. If you're not quite ready to join the team full time and you want to go through a trial membership, you guys can visit www.ttgthree.com. The URL is right there at the bottom of your screen, and you can sign up for a 7-day trial for just $3. Okay, you guys can try us out for 7 days for just $3. All right, and that's it, guys. So you've got 55 minutes left to use coupon code TTG1020, get the 41% discount, lock in that 1,207 price point, and get your butts in chat. Okay, get your butts in chat tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me tonight on this live stream. You guys were great. I love all of you. Welcome to all of the new faces, my usual TTG fam, and all of our brand new members. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, and we're going to look to finish off what was a great week. We're going to look to finish that week off strong and keep locking in some gains. All right? Have a great night, everybody. It's been a blast. I love it. I love you. I'll see you guys